All right, everybody, welcome in to the Double R Radio Show. This special edition we are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube, so welcome in, everybody. It is your boy, Double R Retro Recap. We are going to be talking all things MLB Trade Deadline. I mean, boy, we have a lot here. And I have a special guest, my man known as P30, as y'all may know, active. What's good? How you feeling?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
All right, so I've been trying to keep up with a lot of the moves that's been happening today. It's been a lot. So first, this is the Orioles predominant channel, so we're gonna start with the Orioles moves today. So we've seen Cedric Mullins get dealt. We've seen Ryan O'Hearn and Laureano get dealt. We've seen Andrew Kittredge get dealt. We've seen Ramon Urias get dealt. A lot of moves happened today for the Orioles. So let's go ahead and start. Welcoming everybody. Like I said, we're simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch. If you need the YouTube link, I'm gonna actually drop it in the chat for you guys. I appreciate everybody for being here. Make sure you pull up on the Double R Show on YouTube and Twitch. All right, but before we talk about Orioles, a lot of deals got made. Padres got better today. The Mariners, well, we already talked about the Mariners. Mariners got better. They got Josh Naylor. They got Suarez, and then the Padres today went crazy. They got probably the biggest piece, bullpen piece in Mason Miller. They got O'Hearn. They got a left-handed bat in O'Hearn. They got Ramon Laureano. Padres are cooking. They are going for it all. They're trying to win the World Series, and as they should, because you got the Dodgers who have injuries. The Dodgers are still going to be there. The Phillies are going to be there. The New York Mets made moves. They got Cedric Mullins today. We'll talk a little bit about that. Active, as far as you're concerned, what move got you like, oh my God, did this really happen? What was the surprise move for you? What was the biggest move that you saw today?
Probably wasn't today. It was yesterday. I think it was when they went and got Mason Miller, the Padres, but they gave up like their number three, not their number three, but the number 3 prospect in like MLB and DeVries. So they've been giving up like a lot. Like they sold their whole farm to get like all these moves.
Yeah, I mean, but if you look at it, if we pull up Mason Miller on Baseball Savant, I mean, do we even need to really like even break this down? I mean, Mason Miller is in the red on everything. I mean, his velo tops out at over 100 miles an hour. I mean, the man throws 101 miles an hour. According to this, he's throwing that fastball at 54% of the time. That slider, he's got a fastball slider combo here. You know what I'm saying? The slider has great movement. As you can see, the slider has great movement, so he can throw that fastball right past you because you got to worry about that slider. Now he does have a changeup that he throws 2% of the time, but I mean, look at his average exit velo was 87 miles. His chase percentage is 35%. Meaning he got swing and miss stuff. We already know that. The fastball, he blew a fastball right by you. His whiff rate is 42%. And these are all the top percentile of pitchers. Welcome into the Double R Show, everybody. Boss Dude, everybody. We're on YouTube as well. Make sure you go check us out. If you're on YouTube, we're also on Twitch, twitch.tv/Retro Recap on the Double R Show. Special edition. We're talking all things MLB Trade Deadline. So don't forget to drop a like on the video. If you're on Twitch, subscribe, feel free to do all that good stuff. We got a loaded show today, man. What does Mason Miller to you do for the Padres? Because their bullpen was already good. So what does Mason Miller do for the Padres in the grand scheme of things?
Just for playoffs, they have that high leverage righty in the bullpen. Pretty sure they're gonna bring him out in the ninth no matter what. They traded all that for him, so.
Who was their closer initially?
Their closer?
I'm trying to think. Who's the Padres closer? Because you trade for a closer, right? So I'm assuming to a bullpen that was already good.
Yeah.
Either way, he's going to get the ball in the ninth inning. I think that's a guaranteed fact. You don't have 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Oh, Suarez. It was Suarez, their closer.
Now you got 2 good arms. I'm assuming Mason Miller is going to be the ninth inning guy. Now,
yeah, so that'll be 8-9 right there, Suarez and Miller.
Yeah, now remember, Mason Miller got injured last year. He was an all-star last year. he had 104 strikeouts in 65 innings. His whip was under a 1. What's good, Icon? Welcome in. His whip was under 1, meaning. So for those who don't know what whip is it's walks and hits per innings pitch. So if you can average under 1 base runner an inning, you know you're as a closer, that's what you're looking for, man. So yeah, they did some good stuff today. Really, really good stuff. And as you can see, the top of your screen, we got some other moves that came in as well. All right, let's get back to the Orioles. I'm a big Orioles fan, so.
Also, before we switch, to touch on that, I think they might even think about trying to start him eventually. I don't know about this year, but eventually making him a starter because they have control over him. I think till 2029.
He's got 4 years of player control. 3 years, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they traded for Sears too, so I think he's controlled until 2028.
Mason Miller is going to the Padres. Mason Miller, for those who just tuned in, Mason Miller has been dealt for the Padres, and we just so everybody can know, from the A's. The A's get the Padres' #1 prospect, as Active just said, and 𝐿𝐴. I don't know if I pronounced his name right. They got their 3rd overall prospect and Brandon Nett, and they got their 13. And these are pitchers. Well, no, the shortstop Leo is a shortstop. Braden Nett is a right-handed pitcher. They got Henry Baez, another right-handed pitcher who's number 13 in the system, and they got Eduardo Nunez. So the A's, I mean, this is what the A's do. They play small ball. I mean, they've been playing like this for years now. Back when Billy Beane was in control, they always play. Didn't they make a movie called Moneyball or something about the A's?
Yeah, Moneyball.
Moneyball, yeah, about the A's philosophy. They're not a big market team, so they're never going to make the big splash. They trade when players get good, or they feel like they can't re-sign them, or they won't re-sign them because they're with the A's. They trade them off, and so to get a Mason Miller, I mean, you had to give up a lot of quality stuff because Mason Miller is about that life. As I mentioned, the man has almost doubled his strikeouts to innings pitched last year. Now this year, like I said, he's coming off an injury. He still has a 3.76 ERA. And he still has 59 strikeouts in 38 innings. So he still gives you more strikeouts than innings pitched, is what you need as a closer. And his whip did go up to over a 1, barely over 1, but you'll take that. And so if you're looking at now from your point of view, who won this trade? Because I think the Padres getting the arm that a power arm that they need for a World Series run. But the A's you got the #1 prospect in the A's, from the Padres.
What the A's are doing right now is they're getting ready for Vegas. That's what they're doing. They want younger guys with control. So when that stadium in Vegas and they move over there, they'll have a lot of young guys and hopefully try to win if the prospects pan out. But it's hard to say who won the trade because you don't know until these guys get called up and see how they pan out, like as far as the A's.
Yeah.
But
bro. When is the official timetable that they're moving into the new stadium? Is that the year after next? Well, that's not next year.
I believe so.
Is it 2027 or is it 2026?
Let me look it up real quick.
Oh, good. But either way, to get a #1 prospect from another system, from another farm, that's
2028.
Okay, so they got a few years. Yeah, and so if you think about what's up, Brock? Welcome in. If you think about it, by the time these guys develop into that new state, they're probably going to be big-time players if they pan out the way they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? You got the #1 pick, the #3 pick. The A's already have a farm system because obviously they're not, they're not winning every year. So by the time that stadium opens, you're going to have some names up there. They're going to be good, bro. And I like the philosophy, and the A's always do this. They always have a few good years, then they have some down years. They retool, rebuild. Sometimes it works out, sometimes not. But they never overstay their welcome with players. If they feel like they have good trade value, they're trading them out and getting prospects. I love the philosophy for a team like this who's not a big market team. There is other teams in California. You got the Angels, you got the Dodgers, you got San Francisco, and so you got the A's. So it's like, they're not the biggest franchise in California, so you have to move a little bit differently. Everybody wants to go to LA, you know what I'm saying, San Francisco. Yeah. Nobody wants to really go to Oakland, especially with the situation they're in now. They're not even playing in Oakland right now. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how this works. Now we have to, I'm going to look more into now. Can you, you got Baseball Savannah. I'm going to move on. While you look at that, can you look up, I'm curious to see the numbers on the, on 𝐂𝐚𝐲𝐩𝐚𝐿. I'm looking at his Baseball Savant numbers in terms of what is he really good at, because the A's are already good right now in terms of they got young talent. They're not good record wise, but you see the center fielder who made that catch, well, a month ago, that was, I mean, he had like a week stretch where he was making highlight reel catches from center field. It was crazy. Like, he has catch of the year material in like 1 week. He had like 3 plays like a couple months ago where he was just going, he was balling. So yeah, if you get a second, can you look up 𝐂𝐚𝐲𝐩𝐚𝐿 on his baseball stuff? I want to see what his number, what he specializes in. I'm assuming he's got a good bat. I'm assuming he's got a good glove if he's their #1 prospect. But let's pivot. Let's pivot back to the Orioles last night. I made a video about Ramon Urias. So I want to start there because this is a primarily Orioles channel right on the Double R Show. Like I said, if y'all ain't following the YouTube page and on Twitch, go do so right there. I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now for those who are watching on Twitch. Go check it out, drop a like, subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, it's twitch.tv/retro recap. Go check me out there. Double R Show is simulcasting live on both channels. All right. So yesterday or last night, this trade happened. I don't know. I was still up. Matter of fact, we was up. We was playing MLB The Show. This trade happened 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. It was maybe it was like 12 o'clock. But we already know the Orioles were going to sell. They already sent Brian Baker. They've already sent Gregory Soto. We saw Dominguez get Lily traded to the team that they were playing against in the doubleheader. So we already knew the Birds were going to be trading off some pieces. But the Orioles traded Urias, who's batting .248, 8 home runs, 34 RBIs, and they got who did they get in return? Who did they get in return for? They got hold on. Who did they get for the Urias deal? They sent Urias and cash and Twin Palmer. All right, Twin Palmer was the pitcher. Let's get a little bit more of a profile on Twin Palmer here, or Twine Palmer, if we can. Let me pull him up on here real quick, if they even got it. Do we have any info on him? I don't think there's much info on him. Let's see. Minor League Baseball. Okay, here we go. So, yo, welcome in, Romel. How you feeling? Welcome into the Double R Show. Great to see you, and thank you for the 7th streak. Appreciate that. We're also live on YouTube, so if you aren't following my YouTube page, feel free to head over there, show some love over there. We appreciate it. All right, so Twin Palmer, he's 20 years old. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's 6'5", 200 pounds. So far in his career, he's got and this is all in the minor league. He's got a 2.6 ERA career, 44 innings pitched, 48 strikeouts. For a guy in Urias who still had 1 more year of team control for the Orioles, and Urias is a good gold. I mean, he won a Gold Glove a couple years ago. So I mean, you're not getting Urias for his bat. I mean, his bat has been better this year, and he does come up clutch in moments, but he's not your everyday third baseman. But the Astros have a lot of injuries going on right now, and so he will fill in a need bat-wise. But you're getting Urias for the glove. He can pinch hit, and he can give you that clutch hit every now and then. Now back to Palmer. Very small sample size. He only got 42 innings pitched, 44 in his career. He does have more strikeouts than walks. He went to Connors State, and he was the Houston Astros round 19. So I mean, what is his ranking in the Astros farm system? I'm trying to find out what his ranking was. Either way, Urias is not a guy that's going to generate a lot of return back. I've already been seeing people saying the Orioles got gypped because it's like, why won't you keep Urias? Because the whole idea of the Orioles is they're not rebuilding, they're retooling. So Yeah, they have been selling away a lot of players, but if you look at a lot of the players, except Urias and maybe a few others, a lot of these guys,
he's not ranked.
He's not Twine Palmer. He's not ranked.
Yeah, but he just got drafted last year in the 19th round, so they're not gonna rank him.
They're not gonna rank him. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna basically just off potential.
Okay. Okay. So we don't really have much info off him. I'm trying to see like what kind of pitches does he throw? But either way, I guess time will tell with this kind of deal. What I do know is that the Orioles need arms. They need farm system arms. All right, a lot of the Orioles draft farm system before was a lot of position players, and you can see what's happening to the arms that we got. Bradish and Wells, and everybody's getting injured. Grayson Rodriguez is injured, so we're gonna need a lot of arm depth. Now this guy, he's 20 years old. He's not gonna be ready to, make an impact anytime soon. I'm guessing the next 2-3 years type of deal, but the Orioles need to reload their farm system anyway, because if you remember last year's trade deadline, even though Trevor Rogers has been panning out, you gave away Connor Norby, Kyle Stowers. I mean, you gave away some guys that were, that are making impact, especially Kyle Stowers. Well, Kyle Stowers got
Stowers.
He got over 20 home runs, right? He was in the home run derby, wasn't he? I think he was. Was he an All-Star? Was he All-Star?
I think last year. No, he was an All-Star. Yeah.
Yeah. So
he wasn't in the derby though.
Okay. So he's balling, bro. So I mean, the Orioles had to retool a little bit. All right. So moving on from the Urias deal, we have the other big. Well, that isn't really a big deal. I mean, it depends on how you value Andrew Kittredge. But the Orioles got Andrew Kittredge in the off season. They signed him to, I forgot how many years they gave him, or 2 or 3 years. What was the deal they gave him? Either way, he came from the St. Louis Cardinals. He had an ERA under 3 last year, and then the Orioles weren't having a good season this year, and he was hurt at the beginning of the year. So this is actually a solid deal. Now, where did the Orioles bullpen go from here? Because you got rid of Soto, you got rid of Dominguez, you got rid of Kittredge. 𝐏𝐚𝐬𝐡 not playing good. So I was like, I don't know what the bullpen goes from here. You know what I'm saying? The Orioles are talking about retooling, meaning they're ready to compete for next year, meaning that this year is a wash and that we're going to be. So I'm curious to see what they do with the bullpen here, because right now this bullpen is not really good, but then we got all season. But to get Kittredge off the books when he didn't even play at the beginning of the year, how many innings did he pitch this year? Let me take a look. I know Kittredge didn't pitch that many innings this year. Let me pull up his stats, the full stats. I don't know why they're not showing me like the unless you can pull it up before I can. I'm having a hard time pulling up Kittredge stats right now, like the legit total stats he's got going on here. They're giving me everything but. Hold on. Okay, this year he's only pitched 31 innings. And a lot of that is because he was injured at the beginning part of the season. Now, he does have a 3.45 ERA, which correlates to his career ERA, which is a 3.44. He's a veteran. He's been in the league since 2017. He does average more strikeouts than innings pitched by 1. His whip is still a 1, which is solid. So Kittredge is not a bad player, and he's going to a Cubs team who I didn't mention earlier. They're trying to compete for a World Series, bro. And you can never have enough bullpen arms. I know this was a minor deal, but what did you think about this deal?
Kittredge deal.
Yeah.
Who they get back in return?
Well, just talk about what it means for the Cubs. I'll get that in a second. I forgot who they got back for Kittredge.
Yeah, they need arms in that bullpen. The Cubs, especially they're in the same division as the Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they gotta I think this trade line, they're more competing for who's in front of them in the division or who they're in the race with.
Don't the Cubs got the best record in the league? Hold up. At least I thought they
the Brewers.
Did. The Brewers. Oh, the Brewers overtook
Brewers
them.
or Tigers, one of them.
Oh, Brewers been balling. When I last looked at the standings, the Cubs. Okay, so yeah, so the Cubs and the Brewers are right there, and the Reds are sniffing. They there, but they're not. They're not there. So let's look at the National League real quick. I know we're talking about Orioles, but you got the Mets, 62 wins. You got the Phillies, 61 wins. You got the Brewers, 64 wins. You got the Cubs at 63 wins. You got the Dodgers, the Padres. So everybody is like in the mix. You know what I'm saying? And so
yeah, there's a lot of divisions where they're like within, I think, like 3 games or less.
Yeah. So
the only one is the Tigers. They got like a 9-game lead or something like that.
Yeah. And so they also added. We'll get to that in a second. But the Cubs are trying to compete. Now I think the Cubs made another move, so we'll tap into that in a little bit. I want to talk about. I'm gonna stay on Orioles real quick. So the Orioles, there was a lot of talk about Cedric Mullins. Would he stay? Would he go? You know what I'm saying? And you know, he's a fan favorite. You know, he was there for the rebuild. And you know, as a fan, yeah, did I want Cedric Mullins to go? No, but from a business point of view, yes. Let's look at what the deal between the Mets. So the Mets and the Orioles made a deal. The Mets and the Orioles made a deal, like I said, a couple days ago for Gregory Soto. And here we go again, where the Mets and the Orioles are making another deal for a guy whose bat is clutch when it needs to be, but he doesn't hit for average anymore. He had that 1 year. He had 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases, and that was in 2021. And he hasn't really like played like that. I'm gonna be real with you. He hasn't played like that since then. But one thing Cedric Mullins will give you is a glove. And as you can see on Baseball Savant, they got his glove, his range as in the red 83. Now his arm value, they have him in a lower percentile in his arm strength and right in the middle of the pack. But he just made a highlight reel play the other day against the Blue Jays. I meant to react to that, bro. Did you see that catch he made where Did you see the Cedric Mullins catch the other day? Was it yesterday?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Bro, I forgot who hit the ball. It was definitely going to be a home run. And like Mullins is literally backpedaling. He does not look at all to see where the wall is. He just backpedals. He puts his foot up. He puts one of the, I think it was his left or right foot on the wall and jumped up and caught the ball and never looked at the wall, bro. Never looked at it. Just jumped up and bro, you got to see that play, man. I mean, if there was ever a lasting impression in Baltimore, Cedric Mullins gave you a lasting impression. He made that catch, and that was just like, I love you, I'm out. But listen, he's a free agent. I mean, who's to say that he don't come back to the Baltimore Orioles? He's a free agent. I mean, this is a rental piece for the Mets. So as much as we don't like seeing him gone, it's a possibility he could come back. One thing is we know that he loves the birds. One thing we know is he got a glove and he got a bat, and let's not talk about the base running. Baseball Savant got him in the red in the top percentile of base running, so he can give you stolen bases, he can give you a clutch bats every now and then, but he's not going to hit for average. He's not going to be a 270 kind of guy, 280 kind of guy. Right now he's hitting what, 229. Last year he hit 234. Last year he had 18 home runs. He had 32 stolen bases. This year he's hitting 15 home runs with 14 stolen bases. So at the end of the day, you're getting a guy with a good glove. And how does this impact the Mets? Like, does this move make the Mets a World Series contender?
Not that move, but it helps them out. They didn't get really any production from their center fielder as far as hitting, so I think that's like an improvement. I think they actually traded their center fielder, Tyrone Taylor, and then and obviously Cedric Mullins has a glove too, so that helps out big time too.
Okay, let's look at what we got here. So the return from Mullins, because actually while this move was happening, I was preparing for the show and I heard Cedric Mullins got traded. So the return on Cedric Mullins, we got Anthony Nunez, we got Ramon Gomez, and we got Chandler Marsh, and these are all right-handed pitchers, so they got all arms for Cedric Mullins. Now Nunez is the Mets number 14 prospect. Let me see if I can pull him up real quick, and if you got any insight, can you pull up either Ramon Gomez or Chandler Marsh? I'm gonna pull up Nunez real quick and see what we're looking at here with Nunez. So He was in a damn. How old is this guy? He's 30 years old. Okay, he's 30 years old, so he's been around for a while. Hold up, let me pull this up. Nunez. Okay, I'm thinking this is a prospect. This guy, I mean, he hasn't had any major league experience. He's been in the minor league since 2014, and he's 30 years old. We don't have much. I don't have much on him. What's the deal here? I don't have any numbers on this guy, like in terms of anything relevant. That can't be right. Hold up, that can't be right. Is that real? They say he's the top, one of the top prospects. He was the number 14 prospect. Why don't I have much on him though? Well, MLB.com is saying he's the number 11 prospect. Okay, here we go. Now I got some numbers on him. This year, I'm gonna say in the minor leagues, he was born in 2001. All right, so he's yeah, that's about what. No, that can't be right. Hold up. They said he's hold up. What are we getting these numbers right? They say he's been around. They say he's 30 years old. Am I? Is this the same? This can't be the same guy. This guy. It's got to be.
Got that Ramon Gomez guy.
Yeah, hold on. I'm wrong. That's me. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that. So here we go. He's got a 2.10 ERA. He's got 36 strikeouts and 25 innings pitched, and his WHIP is under a 1. And now that's in the minor leagues. Now he's at number. This is saying that he's at number 28 prospect, and the article was saying that he's at number 14 prospect. So we got a little difference in there. We're gonna maybe figure out what he is. But either way, his numbers look good. When I'm looking at pitchers, I'm always looking at strikeouts to innings pitched. He's got 60 strikeouts to 40 innings pitched. So he's a good arm. This guy, he looks like he'll be a reliever though, because he's got 32 games played. He has no starts though. He has 1 MLB start in his career. So he's going to be a reliever. I don't have any. Do we have any information on what kind of pitches he throw? I'm assuming usually pitchers that have a high strikeout to innings pitch usually is a power arm, but I don't know for a fact. Did you get any information on either of the other two, Gomez or
Gomez? Yeah, they said he's like he throws hard. They said he threw like 104.
What?
Yeah,
you said Gomez?
Game. Yeah, he's like the number 30 prospect, but he had Tommy John. He like got hurt in 2023 and had Tommy John, so he missed all of last year. So, but this year it says he's 5-5 with a 4.63 ERA, 35 innings pitched, 48 strikeouts, 1.34 WHIP.
Are we looking at the same guy? How old is he on your? How old is he saying again?
23.
23. I'm seeing at least they got him down. I mean, I don't know how up to date these numbers are. I mean, I guess this is in high A ball. They saying he got a 6.95 ERA, 21 games played, no starts. He has 2 saves, 28 strikeouts and 22 innings pitched. Is what I'm looking at here. But shit, I don't know. These numbers can be all over the place sometimes.
I don't know.
Either way,
this one's on the actual minor league site or whatever.
I mean, either way you look at it, it looks like the arm here is Nunez. I mean, for a guy like Cedric Mullins, I mean, like I said, I mean he's the heartbeat of a team. He's gonna give you good defense. I mean, for you to get 3 players back for Mullins is not bad. Now I don't know much about the Chandler, but did we check out Chandler Marsh?
I haven't got to look at him.
Let me take a look. Let me pull him up as well. But this is already a steal for the Orioles. I mean, Cedric Mullins is on the last year of his deal. All right, Chandler Marsh. All right, let's take a look at it. This year he's 4-1. These are all relievers. None of these guys have like starting experience here. But that makes sense though, because you traded away your whole bullpen, damn near. You got rid of Soto, you got rid of Dominguez and Kittredge. So you need to get some bullpen some arms in here, and these guys look like they all play bullpen. He's another guy. He's got more strikeouts than innings pitched, and his WHIP is under a 1. And he's got 2.57 ERA. Now, what ranking do they have him as? What prospect ranking is he? He's got good numbers though. I don't see a ranking for him though. Do you on Chandler Marsh? He has good numbers though. These numbers are getting. I'm a little confused. I'm getting different numbers on two different sites here. I'm going to assume that MLB.com is the most accurate here. His next game. Oh, he actually was supposed to pitch today. Actually, or maybe not pitch, but he was supposed to be. The next game was supposed to be today. But he's a 6'4", 240. Dang, he's 245 pounds. God damn. God damn. So he's 22 years old, so he's young. He's from Georgia. He went to Georgia. He's born in North Carolina. Yeah, this I mean, on obviously we don't know anything until they play in the MLB what they're going to pan out for. But if we're just looking at the numbers in the minor leagues, I mean, these guys, most of these guys have a whip under 1. They're strikeouts. So my thing is how I'm evaluating this. If you can at least perform in A ball, double A ball, that's a good sign at least. Because if you're struggling in A and double A, then I'm not really attracted to this deal as much. But these guys got good numbers this year. So, and these are all bullpen arms. So I think if I had to rate, like I said, it's hard to say. I don't know much about these minor league prospects, but to get a guy, to get these guys for a guy that was a rental for the Mets, and he might come back to the Orioles again next year, possibly, in Cedric Mullins, because I mean it's hard to find defenders with that kind of glove. And you, like I said, you see on the highlight reel play. It's not too many people in center field that can make that play. So I think this is a good return for the Orioles in that regard.
And like you said too, like what are we gonna do at bullpen? Now you know you guys traded for bullpen arms.
Yeah, facts. And I'm curious as
prospects.
Facts. Let's take a look here. I'm just checking out Marsh. I wonder if Marsh is like he was in the minor leagues last year. I wonder if they'll bring him up. I wonder if they'll call him up, any of these guys soon, because they need bullpen help. Now Orioles already got guys in their farm system that could fill the hole, but I wonder if any of these guys from these trades are going to come up soon. I'm just curious. All right, let's get into the other
Angel style.
What'd you say?
Angel style, where we just put them in the minors for a couple months and call them up.
I mean, well, what's your perspective about that? I feel like you learn and grow against the best, right? So I mean,
yeah, but I think the main thing is like a confidence thing. So if you struggle at the major league level and like ruin their confidence like that,
I agree.
Instead of bringing them up and developing and getting their confidence up.
Yeah, I agree. And that's what I was saying earlier about based on what I'm seeing here, they have some sample size of in lower A ball. They're doing good. So I mean, they've experienced success a little bit in A ball, double A ball. So bring them up, see how they go. I mean, yeah, you don't want to break their confidence, but you do want the pitchers to be able to see what how the big boys play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you got certain players that got that dog in them. You know, they don't care who they go against.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. You bring these guys up and you find out who got that dog in them. You know what I'm saying? You find out who got that dog, and that's how you learn. Okay, this Marsh guy might got that dog. Okay, bet. This other guy, this Nunez guy who's 30,
he might need to leave him down for a little longer.
Yeah, he might not be like that, right? And so that's my point of view. Is like you don't know until you actually face big league. I mean, think about it. How do the players that's playing right now? How did they get there? They were playing. They got their feet wet. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how you got to do it. I do want to look at this other player one more time. This Nunez guy. Awesome Psycho, welcome into the Double R Show. How you feeling? We got.
I know we're talking baseball right now, but Terry McLaurin just requested a trade.
No, he didn't. From the from the Commanders.
Yeah, he just requested a trade.
Why?
Because they don't want to sign him or pay him, so he's been holding out.
Wait, they haven't given McLaurin a contract yet? I thought they been gave him a contract. They didn't sign him yet. Wow, what a time to ask for a trade right when the season get ready to start in another month. That's crazy. Okay, well, I mean, listen, didn't the Commanders bring in a receiver? I feel like
Debo?
They brought in Debo, right?
Yeah, they traded for Debo.
So they better sign McLaurin. You got because Debo is not guaranteed to stay healthy though.
Yeah, he's been here like every year.
They better pay that man. The man has earned his money, bro. Anyway, getting back to Major League Baseball, the Nunez guy, who is I guess the prize in all of this, has good numbers this year. I think I was I apologize for my earlier statement when I was talking about he's 30 years old. I think baseball, I pulled up the wrong Nunez, so my apologies there. But this guy, excuse me, I'm bouncing around. I got plenty of tabs open here, so forgive me. Nunez is 24 years old. And I think they said that this was the number 14 prospect. Yeah, he's got he's got good numbers. I can, and he would be in Double-A. I can see some of these guys, especially some of these guys for September call-ups. If they don't bring him up now, I can see some of these guys for September call-ups. The Orioles aren't going anywhere, so you can bring some of these guys up in September when the rosters expand, and just see what they got and see what you got. And then in the off season, you know, you can fill in the gaps. You know, you got some guys coming back in the rotation. You got Kyle Brash coming back. You got hopefully you got Grayson Rodriguez coming. I don't know what's going on with Grayson Rodriguez. You got Tyler Wells. The Orioles are going to need to get a power arm, a number one guy, because you can't. I mean, Kyle Brash, when he's healthy, was on his way trending to be a number one guy, but then he got hurt. And I don't trust anybody coming off of any type of Tommy John surgery. And so, because you don't know what they're gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? Now, Batista came back from an injury, and he used to throw, like I said, 102 miles an hour. Now, when Batista first came back, Batista didn't have that velocity. He was throwing 97, which is still good, 97, 98. But when you come off of an injury like that, I'm always skeptical about what especially if you're a power arm, what is your fastball velo looking like coming off of an injury like that? You know, and so that's always unknown. And so the Orioles have a lot of guys coming off of Tommy John or just injuries that, you know, and that's why I always wonder, guys that throw starting pitchers that throw 100 miles an hour, or just high velo guys, or pitchers that have a lot of break to it. You're putting a lot of wear and tear on your arm at an early age, and then I think that's what's causing a lot of these injuries. You know what I'm saying? And so what they look like when they come back is always a mystery. And so if I'm the Orioles, I would make sure I get a top of the line arm. They didn't get Corbin Burns. They bring Corbin Burns back, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even know if Corbin Burns would have made an ultra big of a deal, because the Orioles got a lot of holes. Now, can you give me real quick? You said that Charlie Morton just got dealt. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't looked that up yet. Who did he get traded to? We heard that Charlie Morton got dealt. He's been traded to the Tigers. Let's see okay, so I mean, this is another deal, another good deal for the Orioles too, because I mean, he had to get dealt. He's been playing good over the last month and a half, 2 months. He had a horrendous start. He had like almost like a 15 ERA at one point. It was crazy. Morton was bad, but over the last 2 months, he's been playing pretty solid. Last month and a half. Who did we get for him though?
They said it's not clear at this time who or what the Tigers sent back. Okay.
All right, but I guess we will.
So it might be like a player to be named later or cash.
Okay, and it was a last minute deal, because I mean the trade deadline.
It was like at the very end.
Yeah, trade deadline ended at 6 o'clock, so they got it at the very, very end. They said just moments before. Okay, so we don't know who they got back, but just for reference, Charlie Morton has a 5.42 ERA, which I know looks crazy, but as I just mentioned before, it was like almost like at a 15 ERA at one point. So he's been playing better, and if you look at the last couple games, let me just pull up the most recent games for Charlie Morton. He's been balling lately.
Plus, he's 40. Was he 41?
The man's old. He's old, bro.
He's 41. So it's like, you need to trade him to a team that's contending, just because like maybe might not be. He's been brought out the pen before in playoffs.
Yeah, and like you said, he has postseason experience though, and that's going to be big for a team like the Tigers, who are going to be in the playoffs. They may even get the number 1 seed. Let me just look at the numbers. I'm trying to look at game by game stats, start by start stats. I'm trying to tell y'all, I mean, most fans know that was, especially most Orioles fans know, he was bad. I'm trying to find his, I'm tripping right now. How do you find the game by game? Okay, let's look at this shit. So, Charlie Morton, he had at one point, and I might have been exaggerating, he had a 10 ERA at one point, a 10.8 ERA at one point. Now his month of June, he's at a 2.88 ERA in the month of June. And he's won 3 games in June. And in May, he had a 3.98 ERA. So it was really he only had 1 start in April. A bad April, and a couple starts he had in May that were really bad. But ever since that, he's been pretty good. Now his July's been, you know, whatever. He's had a 4.91 ERA in July. No, that's not accurate. Hold on, that can't be right. He gave up. He gave up. He pitched 29 innings, gave up 16 runs. So yeah. So his July ain't been amazing, but he's been solid. And like you said, he's 40 years old. So that was one name. I'm glad you mentioned that name, because that was one name that I'm like, that's one name they gotta get off their starting rotation, because he's 40 years old. You're not doing anything with him. You know what I'm saying? As far as the future goes, you brought him in here because everybody thought the Orioles were going to win this year. So now they're not going to win. He had to go. So I think that was a good one. I think
that's a good spot for him, the Tigers, because I feel like they won't rely on them as much, but they could use them as like when they want to give other pitchers rest to start them or bring them out the pen in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. I want to talk to you about this one move. Well, actually, let's stick to the Orioles real quick before we get into the. I want to get into Call's career in a second. The Padres. We talked about the Padres earlier with Mason Miller. They also got Laureano and O'Hearn. Talk about that for me. Now, did we figure out what they got back in return? I know. Listen, one thing about I think we do got deals, prospects on that. I'll talk about that in a second. One thing I know about this, before I even saw the return, O'Hearn was an all-star. Laureano has been a very good bat for the Orioles. He's had his best offensive year of his career. So I already knew the return was going to be good. On top of the fact that the Padres don't mind giving away prospects. The Padres are always in win now mode. Remember last year? When they trade for Tanner Scott, the Padres are going to go for it. That's one thing you can say about the Padres. They're going to go for it. So let's talk about it. Padres made another move. They traded for Orioles first baseman Ryan O'Hearn and Ramon Laureano. So just for perspective, so people can see in the chat, O'Hearn's hitting 283. 13 bombs, 43 RBIs. It was at one point in the year. One point in June, he was hitting like 340 something. It was crazy. He's cooled off a little bit, but his OPS is still 837. He's still got 43 RBIs. He's a left-handed bat who can tear up right-handed pitching. And he can play a solid first base. I think the Padres are probably going to have him in the outfield, but he can give you first base and corner infield. As far as Laureano is concerned, Laureano, a 290 average, I think is probably the best on the team. 15 home runs, 46 RBIs, and an 884 OPS. So he got better numbers than O'Hearn. Now O'Hearn, for the collective part of the year, has had a better bat, and he kind of cooled off recently. But Laureano's been consistent throughout. And so I knew the Orioles were going to trade both of them. I did not know they were going to trade both of them to the same team. That is what I did not know. Yeah. And so knowing that, I already know the return for this is good. So let's look into it. Let's look into what the let me blow this up for you guys so you guys can see a little bit. So what did the Orioles get in return for Laureano and O'Hearn? So they got let's take a look. I saw it earlier. Hold up. I saw the hold up. I think I got it on my phone. I saw the prospects earlier, and I hadn't had a chance to look up the prospects. Let me just take a look and see. I had screenshotted on my phone. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it yet, actors, but so the Orioles for O'Hearn and Laureano are going to get the left-handed pitcher Boston Bateman. Can you check him out real quick? He's their number 4 prospect. So the Padres in this one trade deadline gave up their number 1 prospect, their number 3 prospect, their number 4 prospect, because they remember the Mason Miller trade. They gave up, and also in this deal, they gave up Cobb Hightower, which is their number 6 prospect. He is an infielder. They gave a right-handed pitcher, Tyson Neighbors, who is their number 12 prospect, and they gave up infielder / outfielder Victor Figueroa, and I apologize if I pronounced that name wrong. He's their number 29 prospect, and they gave up an unranked prospect and infielder Brandon Buttersworth, and I'm sorry, there's more. And they gave a right-handed pitcher Tanner Smith. The Orioles got, for 2 players, they got 1. They got 2, 3, 4. They got 6 players in return for these 2 guys. Have you had a chance to dissect this a little bit about the trade? Talk to me a little bit from your point of view about the trade from the Padres' point of view, adding outfielder and Laureano and left-handed bat and O'Hearn. Well, I looked up.
I was looking at their lineup, and then it's like they have Gavin Sheets is a DH, or he plays first, but they have Luis Ariz playing first. They have Cronenworth playing second. So it's like O'Hearn plays what, first and right field?
Yeah. O'Hearn plays. Yeah, he plays corner. He plays first base and corner outfield, usually right field.
All right, and then Laureano plays outfield. So it's kind of like, what, I don't know, they might just platoon them, like depending on the pitching matchup.
Are you talking about O'Hearn?
O'Hearn and what's it called, Laureano.
You don't think neither one of them fits right into the starting lineup?
No, I'm saying like one of those players are gonna have to get platooned, because Luis Ariz is at first, Cronenworth's at second. One of those guys have to come out of the lineup.
Well, I mean, my projection for at least what I'm thinking is
I think it's gonna be Ariz at second, O'Hearn at first, Laureano in left, and then
who's playing right field?
Tatis.
Tatis playing right field. Okay, I know. Okay, okay. I know why Tatis. I thought Tatis plays left. Okay, so yeah, you're right. Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're not moving. Or you can put him as DH.
They have Gavin Sheets as DH. That's why I say they might platoon.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
say if they're facing a lefty, they might put O'Hearn probably in the outfield and Laureano. But it's like Laureano has a good glove, so why would you put him at DH? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Laureano's definitely not doing DH.
Or DH Tatis and then put Laureano in right or left, wherever.
Well, I remember when Mountcastle was healthy, they were using Mountcastle against lefties a lot and O'Hearn against righties. They were platooning Mountcastle and O'Hearn. Now with Mountcastle injured, O'Hearn was playing against everybody. He's better against right, but he can play. But that's the versatility. He can play left. He can play first base. He could play DH if they want, but like I said, you got Sheets there. Okay, all right. Yeah. So I think this is definitely a win now move. You got 2 bats. They're both hitting over 280. They both have over 10 home runs. Both their OPS is over 800.
The Padres are all in.
To go along with Tatis, Machado, Sheets. They got bats, bro. And then you got it. You
ain't taking Ariz out.
Right, and you got Mason Miller and the Padres are doing their thing. I mean, seriously, the Padres they're in a win now mode. All right, now let me get into the prospect list. the number 4 prospect, Boston Bateman. Now, this is a starting pitcher. Now, he's also a lefty starting pitcher as well. So, he's 5-5 on the year with a 4.08 ERA. He's got 15 starts, 15 games. Let me blow this up so you guys can see, chat. 15 starts, 15 games. He's got 68 innings pitched. He's got 75 strikeouts. He's got a 1.3 WHIP. Now they're saying that he's their number 4 prospect. Now I'm assuming because he's a left-handed arm and it's hard to get lefty arms in general. So he's a lefty arm. Let's take a look and see. Is this his first year in the minor leagues? I don't think he's had. So I think this is his first year. How old is this guy? Oh, he's 19 years old. Oh, he's 19.
He's young.
He's very young.
He's at a double-A team by probably like an hour away from my house.
Is he? Because they're saying here he was in that single A.
Yeah, my bad. I meant single A, not double A.
Okay, so yeah, this guy's got to move up the ranks. So we probably not going to see him for a little bit. But he is a lefty arm. Oh, and he's 6'8". That's what it is. Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What is the appeal? He's almost 7 feet tall. He's 6'8". That's I mean that's for a lefty to be 6'8". Yeah, that I see. Okay, I see the, because I was trying to figure out what the intrigue was, and having a lefty arm. So just to give you a comparison to why this matters, not that Randy Johnson was a 6'10" lefty, obviously power fastball slider was ridiculous, but to have a lefty at 6'8", I see why he was number 4 in that pipeline. A left-hander. Now I don't know if there's a way we can figure out what his stuff. I mean, he's in single A, so I don't know if we get a breakdown of what his stuff looks like. I want to know what his fastball velo. Let me see if I can pull it out. I don't think Savant is going to have anything on these minor leaguers yet. I'm trying to see what is he prior? Yeah, they don't have anything on minor leaguers. I want to know what his assortment of pitches look like. And if you do find something on that, let me know. All right, let's take a look at the other guys in this trade. So that was the number 4 prospect. Let's take a look at what else we got here. We got the number 6 prospect, and he's an infielder in 𝐏𝐚𝐬𝐡 Hightower. Let's take a look at him. I mean, wow, I'm impressed. San Diego has been making some deals. Casanova, what's good? Welcome in, Casanova. How you feeling? All right. 𝐏𝐚𝐬𝐡 Hightower. He is a shortstop. He's 20 years old. And we also, when we're looking at these trades too, we also can't just look at, okay, he's a shortstop. Well, they got, thank you for the raid, Gamer D. Welcome in, everybody from the Gamer D raid.
Yeah, I can't find nothing on him. It just says needs more playing time for stats.
Yeah, and he's in single A. So, yeah. You know, I that's kind of what I expected. Welcome in everybody to the Double R show. We got featuring your boy Double R and Active. We're talking all things MLB Trade Deadline. We still haven't even touched on it. There's a few trades that came in that I am not familiar with. Hold on one second, y'all. My bad. Gamer D, great to see you. Bruce, welcome in. How you feeling, man? Welcome in. All right. Mr. Hightower here. He's a shortstop. The point I was making. People assume, oh, he's a shortstop. Well, he's never going to get any playing time because Gunnar Henderson is there. A lot of times you can't always look at, are these guys ever going to, sometimes these guys could be future trade pieces for somebody else. You develop them. So like, we know Gunnar Henderson probably ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So this guy's probably never going to have a shot. And he's in single A, but he could be a future trade piece years down the line, 2 years from now, because we know unless Gunnar decides not to, re-sign here or whatever, but so either way, so far this year, he's batting .239. But here's the good thing about it. Here's what I'm looking at here. He's got an on-base percentage of .363. So even though he's batting .239, he gets on base. He has 28 walks. He has 28 walks. He has 31 strikeouts. He has 28 walks though. So
play discipline.
Yeah. So yeah, even though his batting average is not that good, he can still get on base. Now, like I said, this is all in single A. So like I said, take it for a grain of salt. But we're just looking at what we have to work with right now. And all of what we're saying is based on looking at the numbers. We don't have any film on any of these prospects yet. Maybe we'll do some research on these prospects in a little bit. But he's got 1 home run, 1 triple, and 7 doubles, right? He's got 21 RBI, so he's not, at least early on, he's not a power guy. His OPS is a 677. So based on what I'm looking at here, it's a work in progress. I'm assuming he's probably got good defense. I'm assuming. Yeah. I'm assuming if he's the number 6 prospect in the Padres system with numbers like this, I'm assuming he's more of a defensive kind of guy who has a good batting eye, who can get walks. I'm assuming that's what we're looking at. And that thing
with the whole shortstop situation is like, if he could play short, he could play second, and especially like you're saying that with those stats, and he's the number 6 prospect.
Yeah.
He should be able to move to second and play like with no problem.
That's a fact, because usually you want a little bit of pop from your second baseman, a little bit of pop. Second base,
and especially if you're young, you're gonna be willing to change positions as long as you're getting playing time.
Facts. As long as you're getting playing time. The thing about it is, even with that, I mean, as far as the big leagues, I mean, where you gonna go? Jackson Holliday's there. Gunnar. I mean, the Orioles infield is almost set. I mean, you got Westberg at third. You got Gunnar Henderson. That's why this season for the Orioles is so crazy to me, because you got players. You got Westberg. You got Henderson. You got Holiday. You had. I mean, that's why I was so confused as to why this season was. I mean, but then we already know the pitching was terrible. So I mean, there goes that. But yeah, that's so he's a number 6 prospect. And like I think he's more of a defensive. Like I said, we'll get more information as all of this kind of winds down. They also got, so they got the number 4 prospect, the number 6 prospect. They also got the number 12 prospect in Tyson Neighbors. Let's take a look at Tyson Neighbors. He was in the Padres AA farm system. He's 22 years old. He's 6'2". Already what jumps out at me, he has more strikeouts. He has more strikeouts than walks. More strikeouts than innings pitched. He's got 64 strikeouts, 43 innings pitched. He's got a 1.85 ERA. Now he had a 1.1 ERA in single A, and double A he's got a 2.57 ERA. So that's still good. He was dominating. He was dominating in single A. He's played 14 games in double A, and he's been doing good there. And double A, he has 21 innings pitched with 25 strikeouts, and his WHIP is still under a 1. His WHIP has been under a 1 all year. So that's good. Bro, that's good stuff. I mean, as a prospect, that's good. Now he's a right-handed pitcher. He also has 6 saves. So he does have. So is this like closer material guy? He has 6 saves. He's got a 1.5. He hasn't started a game, so I'm assuming he's a bullpen arm. And he's got a WHIP under 1, and that's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for in a. I mean, if he's not gonna be a closer, he's gonna be a back end guy type of guy. Now, like I said, we don't have all of their assortment of pitches at our disposal to see, but I'm assuming he's a power arm as well. Usually these kind of guys are power arms, and that was their number 12 prospect. So far, if I'm looking at the deal, so far, you got a left-hander, you got a 6'8" lefty who's got time to develop. He's in single A. You got Hightower, the shortstop. I'm assuming off of what we think, he's a defensive shortstop with a good batting eye who has time to grow. And we got Neighbors here, who is a back end guy in Double A, who is a guy we might actually see by the end of the year. He's already in Double A, so we'll see how he develops in the next couple months. We might see him. I mean, like I said, the Orioles got a lot of holes to fill in their bullpen right now, because so some of these guys could be up very soon. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. And he's 22 years old, so he could be ready to roll. We'll see. But my philosophy is see what you got in these guys, right? I mean, the Orioles ain't going nowhere. They're not competing, at least this year. See what you got. Those neighbors out there and see what he got, you know? All right. The other guy they got in this trade, they got a number 29 prospect in Victor. Let me pull him up. Victor. No. So let me get your perspective from the Padres side. I'm more so looking at the Orioles side here. From the Padres side, this tells me that they're all in for the World Series. Where do you put these moves, and also the Mason Miller move, in terms of their chances of winning a World Series?
They're good moves, but that's like, you still got the Dodgers. You know, I know they're struggling right now and they're hurt, but you still gotta go through them in order to get to the World Series. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did Dylan Cease get moved, or did he get moved?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay, so they got Dylan Cease. They still have King, right? Hunter King, right? They still got King, right?
Yes, I think Stephen King. Stephen King, or
I'm sorry, what did I say? Yeah, I'm sorry. I said what did I say? Hunter King? I don't.
They got Yu Darvish.
Okay. Thank you for the raise, Psycho. I appreciate that. Welcoming everybody from the Double R Show. This is your boy Retro Recap, and we got my man Actors. What's good? Drewski, what's good? How you feeling? Welcome in. We're talking all things baseball here. Okay, Victor. He is their number 29 prospect. He is a first baseman. He is in their single A program. You doing good? Great to see you. Psycho, great to see you too, man. How you feeling? So he is their single A. He's a first baseman. He's 6'5", 240, 21 years old. Let's look at it. Let's see. He's only been in, they said single A. So let's see. Look at his single A numbers. He's got 195 at bats. He's got 17 doubles, 7 home runs, 30 RBIs. He's got 34 walks. His on-base percentage is good. He's got a 262 average, but his on-base percentage is 375, which is good. So he's another guy that can get on base. He's got a little bit of pop with the 17 doubles. He's got 7 home runs in 53 games. His OPS is an 831, which is solid. Okay. I mean, his slugging is 456. I mean, what do you think? I mean, he's got, like I said, he's got a 262 average. He's got 24 extra base hits. He's got 34 walks and 195 plate appearances. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's solid, man.
And he plays first base.
Yeah, especially that you guys just traded what?
We just got rid of him. We still got Mountcastle though, who plays first base.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe then you could like DH one or.
Yeah, I mean, but this guy's not.
He's like more down the line. Yeah.
Yeah, he's single A. So yeah, we're not even really talking about Mountcastle getting replaced yet. Now, here's what I've been hearing though. This has nothing to do with the trade deadline. Adley Rutschman didn't go anywhere, but I've been hearing that there's a possibility that we may have Adley Rutschman and Samuel Basallo, the catching phenom, both on the field at the same time, with them platooning first base and catcher, or catcher and DH. So you still keep Adley's bat in there. Maybe because I'm hearing Basallo's a better defensive catcher as well, not just an offensive catcher. Who knows? But if you can get both their bats in the lineup, I'm curious to see what happens there. So I just want to throw that out there, just because a lot of fans, because I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those guys like, listen, people. I heard people saying not retro, but the people out there saying trade Rutschman, you're crazy. I'm like, bro, I get that Adley Rutschman is your number 1 overall pick, but he has not been producing. Now he's been injured, and it's like I'm looking at all that, I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there. Generic Dogo, welcome in. How you feeling? Thank you for the follow, Drewski. Let's go into tapping into some of these points. And you said Rangers had a good deadline. Yeah, we're gonna talk Rangers in a second here. But yeah, I did like some of the moves they made. They got Merrill Kelly. We just found out about Merrill Kelly. So that's a good move. We'll talk more about that in a second. What's up, Dogo? What's up, Psycho? Welcome in. He's my catcher in fantasy. How you feeling? Good to see you, Dogo. Hell yeah. All right, and then we're not going to talk about the last guy because he's an unranked prospect. So getting back to the O'Hearn Laureano to the Padres. Padres, you got a good lefty bat, a good guy who can hit righties, who got a little pop. You got Laureano, who's going to give you a good. Yo, Sosa, what's good, man? Welcome into the Double R Show. How you feeling, man? You got Laureano, who can give you good defense, a good bat. He's got a 290 batting average. The Padres got a good deal here. They got two guys who are ready now, who can hit the ball. Laureano can play good defense. And I mean, you did give up a lot of prospects. Like I said, between the Mason Miller deal, you gave up a lot of your farm system. So the Padres better win now because your number one prospect is gone.
I think they gave up 8 of their top 30 prospects.
Yeah, and they gave up one. And what? 4 of them were in the top 10. You gave up your number 1 prospect, your number 3 prospect, your number 4 prospect, your number 6, and I think in the I'm doing good, Sosa. I'm doing real good, bro. How was the rest of your stream, man?
They gave 7 are in the top 20.
Hold on, let me go back to that Mason Miller deal. I think they gave up a number 8 prospect as well. Let me just double check that. I don't have the hold up. I'm doing good, Sosa and Dogo. Great to see y'all, man. Shit, I don't have it in front of me. Can you pull it up? I think they gave up. I think 4 of their players that they gave up were in the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. So the Padres gave up a lot to get these guys. They better win the World Series for the amount. I think
they gave up 1, 3, 4, and 8. 1, 3, 4, and
8. So you gave up four out of your top 10 prospects in your farms, and then you gave up your number 12. You gave up number 12, so he's outside the top 10. So they're in it to win it. They better win the World Series, and I don't know, bro. They just might, bro. They just might. The Mason Miller is a big deal, bro. At the back end of the bullpen, with the bats you already had, with the bats you added, yeah. Hell yeah, man. Good to see y'all, boys. Sosa, man. Great to see you, Generic Dogo, as well. Let me get some more shout outs in a second here. I don't think I have any moderators in here at the moment. But W. All right.
Playoffs are gonna be crazy this year.
All right. Now you move. Let's move. I'm gonna pivot to you. What's the next deal you want to talk about? We got a lot of deals to talk about here, bro. A lot of deals to talk about. You want to go Rangers? Because we got Drewski was talking Rangers in the chat. What moves did the Rangers make other than the Merrill Kelly deal? I saw the Merrill Kelly deal. Who else did they get?
Merrill Kelly.
Who else did the Rangers get? I had it up earlier. Hold up. I had my transactions up earlier. Who did the Rangers give up? We can go Rangers. Let me look at it. They gave up. Okay, so we got all right, so the Rangers gave up. Okay, well, let's talk about the Merrill Kelly deal. They gave up so they got Merrill Kelly from the Diamondbacks for left-handed pitcher Drake and Mitch Bratt and Dave Hagman. All right, from your point of view, well, actually, I guess we can talk about Merrill Kelly, with the Merrill Kelly side of things, because he was having a great year with the Diamondbacks. And as you can see, the Diamondbacks, once Corbin Burns got injured, that was kind of the end of their season a little bit. And it's crazy because they got top talent on their team. They're another team that is retooling, not rebuilding, but retooling. Let me see if I can get Merrill Kelly. Can you talk a little bit about the deal from your point of view? I'm still trying to get some numbers up here real quick. Merrill Kelly to the Rangers. What does Merrill Kelly give to that Rangers starting rotation?
I think they needed someone with like playoff experience, so he's one and a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
Cause then they got DeGrom, Evaldi, Leiter, Corbin, and then Rocker. Rocker's kind of like hit or miss. Sometimes he gets rocked.
Mm-hmm.
I think they wanted to add in like another starter
to
that rotation for like come playoff time if they make it, or I don't know how far they are from like. I think they're in the wild card spot right now.
Shit. I got tabs. Let me pull it up. I think
last time I looked, they're in the wild card.
Yeah. They're 57 and 52. They are 5 games behind the Astros. They're tied with the Mariners right now. And remember, I was saying this last night. The Mariners apply pressure on people. especially the AL West. And I was curious to see what the rest of the AL West would do, knowing that the Mariners
the Mariners did that to go get pitching.
Yeah, facts. I mean, the Mariners got the one thing they needed was bats, and they needed a lefty bullpen arm. Because remember we was talking about that the other day, like Mariners got a lot of righty. They got all righty bullpen arms. Like where the lefties at?
Yeah.
They need to be able to match, do matchups, and they had nobody. They had all righties. I'm like, so did they address the lefty bullpen arm?
Mariners.
I know. I've
only seen the hitters they got.
I know we're jumping around here real quick. Let me stick to Merrill Kelly real fast. I was trying to pull up Merrill Kelly just to let people know what they're getting from here. All right, Merrill Kelly, last couple years, he was a 12-game winner in 2023, had 3.29 ERA. If you look at his baseball, let me pull up Baseball Savant. Let me blow it up a little bit so everybody can see. He's in the red with a lot of stuff here, a lot of cool things. So he got his all speed run value is great. His breaking ball is good. He can hold runners. His chase percentage is good. Is in the 80 percentile range. So he got swing and miss stuff. His assortment of pitches. He got a changeup, a four-seam fastball, and a cutter that he uses around 20% of the time. The changeup is his predominant pitch at 26%, 88 miles an hour. His four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour. So he's not going to blow past you. He gets his swing and miss off of the changeup and that cutter with that good movement. He also throws a sinker, a curve. So the one thing about Merrill Kelly, he's going to give you an assortment of pitches. He has a changeup, a four-seam, a cutter, sinker, curveball, and a slider, and he throws all of them at a pretty evenly rate. You know what I'm saying? So, so as far as the Rangers, we saw them win the World Series a couple years ago. Eovaldi definitely played a big role in that. Merrill Kelly has playoff experience as well. I like this move, and he was having a good year.
It.
I do too.
Oh, the Mariners did get a lefty. I forgot they got dude 𝐷𝐞𝐿𝐴.
Oh, they got Danny Coulomb
from the Twins.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Twins.
And I'm familiar because he used to play for the Orioles last year. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a good move. That's a good move. I didn't know that they got Danny Coulomb. Oh, that's a good move. Oh wait, you talking about the Rangers? Oh, I thought you was talking about the Mariners. Okay.
No, the Mariners got Caleb Ferguson. My bad.
Oh, Ferguson. Okay. I thought you. Okay. Well, this is a good move for the Rangers though. Coulomb.
Yeah.
Coulomb is a good lefty arm. He's, like I said, he's another one. He's got a good curveball. He's an off-speed breaking ball kind of guy. He's not gonna overpower you, but he's got a good breaking ball. His 12-6 curveball is nasty. And that's the pitch he's gonna get you out on mostly. I didn't know they got Coulomb. Did this happen within the last couple hours?
I think right before it ended, it happened too.
Oh wow. And his whip is under a 1, so he's not gonna give up a lot of base runners. He's got, let me just take a look at his stats for this year. He's got and I only know because I know he was with the Orioles last year. So his strikeouts to innings pitches even. He's not gonna walk a lot of batters. That's one thing about him. He doesn't walk a lot of people. Matter of fact, damn, Danny Coulomb last year only had 5 walks with the Orioles last year in 29 innings. The year before that, he had 12 walks in 51 innings. Danny Coulomb don't walk nobody. He don't really walk a lot of people, and that's good. And that's why his whip is so good. His whip has been under a 1 the last couple years, and that's what you're looking for in a guy like that. The Rangers got a good guy here. I didn't know about that move. That's a really good move. Okay. So I think now, as far as the return, we're not going to get too much into the return for the Diamondbacks. In terms of I do want to know what the prospect value was. Do we know where the prospect ranking was for Merrill Kelly? Drake is the number 10 prospect in the Rangers farm system. He's a left-handed pitcher, number 10 in the farm system. Let me look up who's the other guy they got. They got Drake. They got Mitch Bratt. He's also a lefty arm. Let's take a look at that and see where he ranks. I would say when Burns went down, yeah, when Corbin Burns, yeah, and that's how I knew the season was probably was going to be a wash, because Corbin Burns was supposed to be the ace, and so that makes me wonder what they're going to do next year, because you traded Merrill Kelly, who's a solid arm. Mitch Brett is their number 18 prospect, so we got the number 10 prospect, the number 18 prospect. They're both lefties, and then who was the other guy that they got out of this deal? They got right-handed pitcher Dave Hageman. Let me take a look at him. So we got the number 10, the number 18. They got all arms back. They didn't get no bats back, and the number 23 prospect. So they got the number 10, the number 18, and number 23. Two lefties and a righty. What you think about that deal in return for the Diamondbacks? So they got rid of an arm, but they brought back two lefties and a right-handed arm, 10, 18, and 23. What you think?
I think that's good for them. Like, I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs this year, right? Or they're not in contention.
No. I mean, shit. We can take a look now. I don't think so. The Diamondbacks are.
Oh no, they're 51 and 58.
Yeah, they're not competing
and
this
wild
year.
Card. Yeah, they're 9 games behind.
I mean,
they probably just said this season the wash and probably get players that they can control for years.
Yeah, exactly. And if they were in contention, they wouldn't have traded Kelly anyway. So,
yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Let's take a look. All right, I think that's good. I think that's a good return. You got 3 guys in the top 30. I don't know what Merrill Kelly's contract is. He a controllable guy or is he a free agent after this year? What does his contract look like? Because that's now I want to see. Because that also plays a role in.
Pretty sure if they traded him, he's probably gonna be a free agent.
They gave him a 2-year extension with a club option for 2025. So,
that was his last year, right?
Oh wait, was this his last year? 2025 was his last year. Yeah, he's a
club option.
Oh yeah, well this is a really good deal for the Rangers. I mean for the Diamondbacks, because you got 3 guys in the top 30, and Merrill Kelly was a free agent after this year. So yeah, that's a good deal. That's a good deal for the Diamondbacks, to me, right?
Yeah.
Cause they signed him they got an extension in 2023. Yeah, so this is a good deal. This is a good deal. I think so. All right. The other deal that the Rangers made, you said the Rangers made another deal. We talked about Merrill Kelly. Who else did they get? And we got
Danny
Coulombe. We talked about that. Did they get anybody else? St. Louis traded right-handed pitcher Phil Maton to Texas for Mason Molina. Phil Maton. How much you know about Phil Maton? I know I've seen the name.
I think he's a righty.
Righty.
Yeah.
Oh, Phil Maton's been according to Baseball Savant, he's in the red in a lot of areas here though. Okay, so this year, he's having a great season this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we gotta look at this deal. I gotta look at this deal. Who did St. Louis gave up? The Cardinals gave up Phil Maton for Mason Molina. I'm gonna look up. Okay, they gave up Mason Molina. Okay, so they gave up a few things. Okay, let me look at Phil Maton again. He's had a good year. He's had a good year in all 3 years he was with the Cardinals, under a 4 ERA. He's got more strikeouts this year than innings pitched. Baseball Savant has him in the top 90 percentile in ERA, extra base hits. He doesn't give up a lot of extra base hits. I mean, sorry, not extra base. Batting average, ERA is a 2.55. Fastball velocity. He doesn't even throw a fastball according to this. He throws a cutter. His average exit velo is only, so it's not a lot of hard hit contact against him. 84 average exit velo, which is fantastic actually. So it's not a lot of hard hit stuff. His whiff rate is 34%. His Ks is 31%. They don't barrel the ball up against them. A hard hit contact is phenomenal. 28% of the time is hard hit contact. Yeah, so What's going on, Juice? Welcome in, man. How you feeling? So yeah, if we're looking at this, I mean, that's a good arm to get, bro. He's 32 years old. You know what his contract looks like? He throws a curveball, a sweeper, a curveball, cutter, a sweeper, and a sinker. So he doesn't throw a four-seamer, but he throws his curveball a lot, which makes sense why he gets a lot of the whiff rate is good, and it also makes sense why the exit velo is good, because he's probably throwing that curveball down the zone where they're not getting good swings on it. So, and he just throws a cutter. So he's really a two-pitch pitcher that he can throw other pitches, but he's mainly curveball and cutter, and he's good at it. So I think that's a good deal. Drewski, you was talking about the Rangers. I think that's a good deal for the Rangers. To get a power arm. Now let's see what they gave up. Drews, how you feeling, man? They gave up, let me look at the prospects for the Rangers. They gave a Skylar Halas, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing these names wrong. He is their number 29 prospect. He is a right-handed pitcher. Doesn't really have much of a sample, too much of a sample size here. Oh no, he does. He's had 85 career games. He's had 15 saves. So he does have a little bit of save history. He does 117 strikeouts, and 100 innings pitched. Okay, he's a top 29 prospect. We'll take. I mean, that's solid. Yo, Ben, welcome in. I'm doing good, Juice. I'm doing great. Yeah, it's been raining here all day, so I honestly was kind of debating if this stream was even gonna happen, because it's been storming pretty violently today. It's been storming for like the last couple days outside of yesterday, so I was almost wondering if this show was even going to happen, but we're Gucci. Okay, so and they gave up Mason Molina. Okay, I'm sorry, I skipped over Mason Molina. So Skylar and Mason Molina. Let's take a look at Mason Molina. How many more years did Matan have on his deal? Let me see. He's a number 28 prospect, Mason Molina. Okay, so you got two top 30 guys for Matan. I'm assuming based on that Matan might have been, his contract might have been close to being up. Matter of fact, I'll take a look at that too while we're at it. Let me take a look at that.
Yeah, 1 year. This is right. 1 year.
Yeah, and it's funny because I could tell just off of what they gave up for. They didn't give up any top 10 prospects, top 20 prospects for this guy. So I figured that he was on the last year of his deal. So it makes sense. Okay, he was on an expiring contract. All right. So from that point of view, I think the Cardinals got rid of a guy who they were going to probably not re-sign anyway. He's having a good year. You got two top 30 prospects in return for a guy that was a rental for the Texans. I think that's a good deal. That's a solid deal.
Yeah.
They got a lefty and a righty pitcher, and they got cash. So I think it's a solid deal. It's a solid deal. All right. You said it's storming for you. It's shaking for us in California. What part of California you live in, Active? You live in Southern California or Northern California?
Yeah, SoCal.
Well, yeah, Drewski lives in Southern Cal too. He's saying, y'all been having earthquakes over there or rumblings? You said shaking.
I haven't felt nothing.
Yeah, y'all been having rumbles over there. What's going on over there, bro? What's going on over there, man? I'm in
town. He lives by me then.
That's where you're at?
I live in San Marino.
Okay. Nice. How far is that from each other? Like hours, minutes?
Probably like 10
minutes?
15 minutes.
Oh damn, that ain't far at all. That ain't far at all. Okay. There was a 4.5, a 3.0, and a 3.1. Really? Did you feel? You said you ain't feel anything though, right?
Nah, but I'm crippled right now, so I be on like a scooter moving around. You know what I mean?
Oh Jesus, here we go. I'm crippled. Well, I mean, that's a fact. You are. Yeah, you are. He said 10 minutes with traffic. Yeah.
Metskoy? That's insane.
That's crazy. Okay. All right. What's the next deal you want to talk about? We have a few deals. We still got a few deals. I do want to talk about the Guardians, because he mentioned about Shane Bieber going to the Blue Jays. Can you talk more about that? Can you talk about what the Blue Jays got in return? I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. Talk to me about it.
Jays. Shane Bieber. They traded.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. Was he injured? Didn't he come back from injury? Was he injured?
Nah, he had Tommy John.
Right. So
yeah, so I think he's not even. I don't know when he's coming back though.
Is he gonna be ready to pitch for the Blue Jays like off the rip?
Not sure. I think he got hurt at the beginning, no?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Shane Bieber is not even like what is he gonna contribute for them in the immediate term?
Damn, that's kind of tough because it says Bieber has a choice of staying with the Blue Jays beyond 2025, exercising his 16 million player option.
He hasn't pitched though, right?
Nah.
Okay, let me rewind this back. Okay, so the Guardians gave up Bieber. Where are the Guardians at in the standings so far? Guardians are they're 54 and 54. They're like floating around. I mean, technically they're in the wild card technically.
So he is trying to come back this year, right? I think that's in posted in the chat.
I would imagine so. Like for the Blue Jays to trade for him, like the Blue Jays have the best record in the American League East, so they're there. I mean, they just got spanked by us, but we took 3 out of 4. But anyway, that's beside the point. The Blue Jays are a contending team. I would like to think that maybe they feel like they're doing good.
Hoping to get them in the playoffs.
Yeah, like they're good right now without Bieber, but you need to have Bieber ready for the playoff, I'm assuming, or the stretch run, I'm assuming. Yeah. So maybe that's what this is about. Because they gave up, I mean, the Blue Jays gave up their number 9 prospect in their farm system to get a guy that's coming off an injury. That's a big gamble. You gave up your number 9 prospect to get a guy that's coming off a Tommy John surgery. That is a risk. That's a big risk. Now, for Cleveland, good job. You got the number 9 prospect. He's a pitcher, right? He's a pitcher. Let me look at his overall numbers. He's got his career ERA is a 2.06 ERA. He's a starting pitcher with 91 career innings, and 99 strikeouts and a WHIP under 1. So you got a good guy in return for a guy that's coming off of Tommy John. So you got rid of an older guy with an injury for a younger guy, who I think that's a good deal for the Guardians. I get it. He's young and Canadian. Good juice. I'm gonna keep my eye on that deal in the next month or so, because you give up a top 10 guy for a guy like. Cause remember I was saying earlier in the show, I'm really weary about guys that come off of Tommy John surgery, because yeah, you had success, but that doesn't mean you're gonna have success coming off of an injury, and that's always what I'm concerned about with guys like this. We know when he's healthy, and just to remind y'all about with Shane Bieber, I'm trying to get Shane Bieber's numbers up here.
Or they might try to use him coming out of the pen. That way he's not
limit his innings.
Yeah, coming off. I was about to say ACL. Tommy John.
Yeah.
Because the rotations: Gausman, Berrios, Scherzer, Bassett, and Lauer's having a good year.
Yep. Yeah, and that goes back to what we were saying. I think their need for him will be in the playoffs, not necessarily the. Because I mean, with the Yankees, with Aaron Judge out, the Yankees been faltering a little bit. The Blue Jays got command. I ain't gonna say they got command, but they got a little bit of breathing room in the division now. With Tampa Bay fell back a little bit because Tampa Bay was in the mix. Boston has gotten better over the last. Did Boston make a deal? Hold on, we gonna talk about that a little bit, about teams that didn't make a deal.
Angels.
Well, I mean, it's the Angels, dog. I mean, it's the Angels.
They didn't do. Well, they did make deals, but nothing like worth anything.
You said last outing for Bieber, 4 innings, struck out 57 strikes. When was that though? Do you know? Bieber. Okay, so Bieber's only played in 2 games. He's 2-0 this year. He started 2 games, 12 innings pitched. He had 20 strikeouts. God damn. ERA. He hasn't even given up a run in the 2. So he pitched 12 innings without no runs. Oh, he pitched. Oh, he's back. Wait, hold up. Oh no, sorry, that's Double-A. That was Double A. I'm sorry, that wasn't okay. When did he pitch? When was the last time he pitched for the Guardians? He played 2 games this year, right? Yeah, he started 2 games and then he got injured. I need to look at his most recent games. I haven't been looking.
I don't know, man. Guardians, they're 2.5 from the wild card and they traded him.
Yeah, and see, the thing about it is, and you make a very good point about that, because I feel like it's more open in the American League than it is the National League.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's quite a few teams in the American League that have a chance, and maybe the Guardians don't see themselves. Okay, last time he pitched. Okay, yeah, so he hasn't pitched in a while, right? What we said, he hasn't pitched since April, and he had 2 scoreless outings, both of them. Yeah, so. I'm sorry. No, this is last year. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. This is last year. Right. I'm tripping. So he hasn't pitched at all. So Shane Bieber hasn't pitched since April of last year. He's come off of Tommy John. You gave up a number 10 prospect. He's a good pitcher, but we haven't seen him in a while, though. Now you're saying that he pitched in Double A. Yeah, no, yeah. My bad. I'm having a moment. It's a lot of things going through my brain right now, so forgive me. I don't know if Toronto will take it easy on him, but the Guardians were hoping one more Double A start. Well, like Actor said, the Blue Jays got a rotation right now where they don't necessarily need to rush him back into the rotation, right? They don't need to rush him back into the rotation. They just need to get to the playoffs. And then, but then again, at the same time, you don't want to throw him in the playoffs and you don't know what he's looking like. Like, I would like to think, get him in September, get him in some September games, like Actor said, like some low stress games, maybe out the bullpen, see what he's looking like, and see if he's a valuable arm for your rotation. Because you gotta remember, the playoffs are different. They're not running, unless they're dominant, they're not running pitchers out there for 8-9 innings in a playoff game. Everybody is being utilized in the playoffs. Bullpen arms get, like, it's a short leash and play. So you really don't need Bieber to go out there and give you 7-8 innings in the playoffs. You just need him to give you, if he's going to start, 5 or 6 good innings, and you make it work. You know what I'm saying? Now the Jays bullpen lately has been beat up because the Orioles beat them up, but they just got Dominguez, so you got a power. So Bieber don't necessarily have to go 7-8 innings, but okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm only like raising an eyebrow because you gave up a number 9 prospect for a guy that hasn't pitched in almost 2 years. I mean, pitched in the majors in 2 years. That's my only concern. Now, we already know resume wise what we're getting from him. He's a Cy Young kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Did he win the Cy Young one of them years?
Bieber? Yeah.
Yeah, he won the Cy Young one of them years, right? What year was that? Forgot. Yeah. So either way, he got Cy Young. So we know he's good. And shout out to the Blue Jays for getting aggressive. All right, Actor. What other deal? What deals you want to talk about? I know we still got quite a few to go over.
Yeah. Let's do the Mets.
All right, let's do Mets.
They bolstered up their bullpen big time.
All right, hold on. Let me get Mets up here for you, bro. Mets. All right, who did them? Okay, we got a lot to talk about here with Mets. We talked about the Cedric Mullins deal. We talked about what was the other deal that they made? I don't see any other transactions here.
Tyler Rogers from the Giants.
Okay, let me take a look at Rogers. Oh yeah. This is a bullpen arm. He got a 1.8 ERA. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. That goes back to what I was saying. This is good stuff. You just got Soto, who is a lefty arm. Then you got Tyler Rogers. He's not a strikeout. He's not a strikeout guy, but he doesn't allow base runners.
Get outs.
And he can get outs. Hell yeah. What do you see him fitting into the Mets bullpen? Is he a seventh inning guy, 8th inning guy?
I think 6-7.
6-7 kind of guy. 6-7,
Soto 8, and then the other pitcher they got is Ryan Helsley from the Cardinals.
Why don't I see that deal on the?
And they got Edwin Diaz.
Did this happen today?
Which one?
No, I'm tripping. My bad. The Helmsley deal was what I was looking for. Did that happen last night? Okay. Let me take a look at that.
Yeah, so they're pinned. They got Helmsley, Rogers. You said they got Gregory Soto, right?
They got Soto the other day, yep.
And then they still had Edwin Diaz in there, so they got like 4 good bullpen pitchers.
Yep, I'm trying to think. Okay, that deal happened yesterday, so I'm just curious. Who did the Cardinals give up? I mean, who did the Cardinals get back in return for? They got Jesus, Baez,
Nate Dom, and Frank Elisalt or something like that.
Okay, this was the Mets' number 7 prospect in Jesus.
So Baez is number 8 prospect and Dom's number 14. And then Elisalt or whatever is a 19th round pick in 2024.
Okay, hold on. Say that again. You said Baez's number. I got Baez's number.
It says number 8 right here.
Number 8. Yeah. Number 8. Okay, number 8.
And Dom is at 14.
Okay, they got him as number 7 on Savant. Okay, 7 to 8. Okay, and you said Dom is what?
It just says 19th round pick in 2024 draft, recently promoted, so I don't think he has enough to like get ranked yet.
Okay, all right. Well, the Cardinals aren't going nowhere this year, so they shipping off guys. That's a good bullpen arm. The Mets did a really good job. You got a lefty power arm in Soto. You got Helmsley, a good arm, and you got Rogers. They're along with the lineup that they already have. The Mets are making some good moves here. The Mets have made some good moves here. I like what they did. And
then from the
Mullins.
Tyler Rogers trade, they got Jose Butto or Butto. He's already in the
Giants,
major leagues.
Right? I'm trying to figure.
And then their prospects, they got Blade Tidwell, right-handed pitcher. He's their number 10 prospect, and outfielder Drew Gilbert's their number 12 prospect, and he's an outfielder. So they got a pretty good haul for that.
Hold on, I'm trying to catch up with you, bro. You move it, bro. You move it. Hold up. You said okay. Hold on. I'm trying to find a deal. I'm trying to look at the prospects on my end. Trevor Rogers. When was this deal made? When was this deal made?
Yesterday or 2 days ago.
Okay. Here we go. All right. So let me look at it. So we got Blade Bidwell. You said Denard and Bednar junkies. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me stay on top of here because I'm all over the place. All right. So we got Bidwell. Okay. Bidwell is he's got some major league experience. Who's that? That's from the San Francisco farm system. I mean, sorry, that's from the Met farm system. Okay, let me take a look. So, okay, so he's got he's ranked number 14. Okay, let me take a look. So, he's got but they have him ranked as number 14. You said Jose Butto. Take a look at them. Where is he ranked at? He's ranked. What is Butto ranked in the prospect listings? No,
I think he's already been up for a minute.
Sorry, he's not a prospect. Sorry, I assumed he's a prospect because he's going to the Giants, but I guess the Giants aren't doing a full rebuild, right? They can't be because they got Devers. Why would you? They're not doing a full rebuild, so maybe he's got some. Okay, so you got so Butto.
But I think I think Devers is on like a contract already when he signed with the Red Sox. Mm-hmm. I think it's like more long term with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're rebuilding though. The Giants didn't they get never mind. I'm drawing a blank. All right, so Butto's got a 3.64 ERA. Last year he had a 2.55 ERA. Whip is a 1.34. Okay, I mean that's that is what it is. And then the last guy was Drew Gilbert. And he's a center fielder. So they got two right-handed pitchers and a center fielder. Let's take a look at it. Drew Gilbert. Okay, he's a prospect. He's a number 9 prospect. Okay, So you got a guy in Bidwell. You got a number 9 prospect. So you got 2 established people, and you got a prospect. At least that's what I'm looking at from right here. Is that accurate? Am I tripping?
Yeah, I think that's good. You said Tidwell got called up already, right? And like kind of struggled.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a So yeah, but he has a major league experience though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So okay, all right. What's up, Bruce? All right. So that's so from the Mets. So they got let's rewind this. They got a lot of bullpen help. They got with Rogers, Soto, and Helsley. They got a center fielder with a gold glove caliber range, and Mullins. What else did the Mets do? I think is that it?
I believe so.
Okay, let me double check. I'm looking now. They got Mullins. Okay, we got that.
And I think they mostly went for the Mullins and bullpen.
They went for bullpen help. Yeah, their lineup is good. Their lineup is slow, so Mullins will add a little bit of speed to that lineup. Because we were saying the other day, like the Mets have no speed. Mullins will give them a little bit of speed. At least he'll give them. So, and that's another thing. Mullins is going to give you Gold Glove defense. He's going to give you a clutch bat, and he's going to give you base running, which is what they need because they don't have no base running right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's solid. That's solid. Okay. All right. So I think the Mets did good. I think the Padres did good. What else? What other moves did we got here? Do we want to talk? Let's see. No, let's talk about another contending team. Let's go with who's the team I want to talk about? Did we talk about the Cubs already?
Yeah.
We talked about Cubs already. We did, right? They got the Nationals trade. We didn't talk about this one. We Michael Soroka to the Cubs. How do you feel about that deal?
It's like whatever. I don't really like Soroka like that.
Oh, you're not a big Soroka?
I think it's more like I think it's more like might use him out of the pen or 8 innings.
You funny as hell, bro. I don't really like him like that. Yo, Tricky, what's
up,
man?
It's funny because I always bet against him when he pitches.
Do you really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I'm trying to get more. More info about him. Real quick. What's up, Tricky? Welcome to the Double R Show. We're talking all things baseball today. We appreciate you for being here, man. I'm also live on YouTube as well. If you don't see me on YouTube, if you don't know where I'm at on YouTube, the link is right there. Oh, you got a new card? Nice, my guy. Nice, man. What kind of card you get? And if you want, feel free to put it in the Discord if you haven't already done so. All right, Michael Soroka. He's 3-8, which we already know because he's on the Nationals. He's got an ERA of a little under 5, which is not the best. His WHIP is 1.1, so that's not that bad. His WHIP not that too bad. 81 innings pitched. He's got more strikeouts than innings pitched. Okay. I mean, he's on the Nationals, but I mean, if there's anything that look good, I mean, his WHIP is not too bad. His ERA is not the best, so I'm assuming how many home runs does he give up? He must give up a lot of. How many walks does he have? 20. No, his whip is good, so we know he's not giving out a lot of walks. 24 walks, 81 innings pitched. He's got to be giving up. Well, so what I'm looking at from he must be giving up a lot of extra base hits or home runs because his ERA is very high. But for a whip at a 1.1, that's actually not too bad. But the ERA is high, so I'm assuming that's what's going on there. If I'm just looking at the numbers, I'm trying to figure out how many home runs has he given up so far. He's given up this year. He's given up. Why are they not showing me the home runs he's given up?
Let's see if I can look it up.
Yeah, if you can pull it up real quick. I'm trying to find it. But okay, but so you're saying you're not a big fan of the deal? For the
Cubs, no. Yeah.
Okay. And what did they give up? They gave up shortstop Ronnie Cruz. Let me see what the Cubs gave up. The Nationals are rebuilding, so we already know Ronnie Cruz is number 12 prospect. He's also a shortstop. And Christian Frank. Oh, they gave up Christian Franklin. Okay, I actually do know who that is. I don't know what he's ranked number 25 though in the Cubs. All right, so they gave number 12 and number 25 for Sorka. I guess it's a solid deal, right? Because Sorka don't have like eye-popping numbers either. And you got back 2 top 30 guys. I think that's a win. You got a 20. I got you. After I do this talk show, I'll take a look at it, man. I appreciate you, man. Give you a shout out too, and congratulations to you, man. Because you was just talking about how you ain't had the money for a new car, but you end up being able to get a new car anyway. So shout out to you. Okay, all right. Whatever moves did the Cubs make? Let me see. We got and they got the Andrew Kittredge deal. Oh, I actually didn't even look up the guy that the Orioles got back in return. They got a shortstop back in return for Kittredge. I don't expect it to be a top guy because Kittredge wasn't he's number 19 prospect. So the Orioles got 2 shortstops in these deals. They got the guy from the Padres and they got the guy from the Cubs. I ain't gonna lie to you. Kittredge, given what we gave him and as far as like the money and then the fact that he hasn't played much for us this year because he was injured like the first month of the season, to get back a number 19 prospect for Kittredge is actually not that bad. Like I said, with a shortstop, I mean, where are they going to play at though? As far as the major leagues, I don't know if you got Gunnar Henderson there. Yeah, look, and here's how it works, Tricky. When you're at your lowest point, you got to find ways to make stuff work, even if it doesn't seem like that. So even though you was like, I don't have the money to buy a new car, you found a way to get a new car because you had to. That's how it worked, bro. You gotta make things happen. You gotta make things happen. Okay. We could be kind of bouncing all over the place. So, is there anybody else the Cubs traded for here? I'm sorry, besides the ones we already talked about active.
I think that was it.
I think that was it too. Okay. I think that was it too. Okay. What's another team that we haven't talked about? What's another deal?
Oh, they got Willie Castro. I forgot.
The Cubs got Willie Castro. Oh.
From the Twins.
Oh yeah. Willie Castro. Let's pull Willie up. Willie Castro, a left fielder, 245 batting average, you get a little bit of stolen bases. His on base percentage is good at 335 compared to his average. I always look at the differential between average and on base, because just because you're not hitting good does not mean that you can't get on base. So I'm assuming that his walks look pretty good. He's got 32 walks and 302 at bats, along with the hit. Okay, I mean that's not. I mean, you know, 335. I'm not saying 335 on base is good, is amazing, but it's good considering his average is only 245. Willie Castro plays good defense, doesn't he? Let me take a look.
Yeah, I think it's like a utility man.
Yeah, so I think that's what we're looking at here.
I think he plays all over.
It ain't even worth it, honestly, at that point. Okay, so it's a lot of things that happen today. Like, it's a lot to cover here. Okay. Whatever moves were made today, I know it was a couple moves. Oh, I want to talk about the Correa deal. Carlos Correa going back to the Astros. What was your opinion about that?
Back to the Astros. They needed it. They're hurting bad in Houston.
With all the injuries they got going on, right?
Yeah, they got him, and they got his name, Jesus Sanchez from the Marlins.
And Jesus Sanchez from the Marlins. And he's a right fielder. Okay. All right, I'm trying to pull up all the deals. Oh, I do see where you said McLaurin requests a trade. That's crazy. I'm curious to see what the Commanders do. I think the Commanders are going to pay him. You'd be stupid to let Terry McLaurin go for a trade when you got Diva. You just went to and this is a sidebar, but you just went to the NFC Championship game, and you're going to trade a guy that helped you get there. Like, why would you trade?
With the rookie quarterback? Right. So it's not like you're not paying them because you need to pay a quarterback.
Right.
So you still got control over Jaden Daniels.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I don't understand how it even got to this point. I don't even understand how I got to this point, bro. All right. Okay, let's continue here. Correa.
Yeah, they needed him, especially what's his name? Isaac Paredes got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So they needed him because I think he played third. So I think Correa could play third.
And then there's a familiarity with you played for the Astros, right? So there's a familiarity.
Yeah, and he
there.
struggled this year with wins, so I think it'll be good to be back in Houston.
Yep, I agree.
Back to his trash can.
Oh damn! So you just had to go throw a low blow in there. You had to throw a low blow in there. You just couldn't help yourself, bro. You couldn't help yourself, bro. That's all good. All right. Let me see. What was it? Yeah, he couldn't help himself, man. Just couldn't help. So let me see. What other deal? I mean, was that all the? Okay, let's talk about teams. Okay, so let's talk about winners. Did we miss any big deals?
Yeah, we haven't talked about yet. We talked about it yesterday, but it wasn't on stream, you know.
Okay,
or on the podcast.
Oh, the Mariners. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mariners.
Yeah, we got to talk about Suarez. Probably the biggest bat on the market, especially the biggest power bat.
Suarez and Naylor.
Yes. We talked about the fact that the Mariners need bats, and like I said, we've been hearing rumors about. Well, they're not going to be able to get both Naylor and Suarez. They're only going to be able to get one of those guys. Well, the Mariners shut all of us up, and they got Suarez. And just for you guys that don't know, the man has 36 home runs already, 87 RBIs. He's an all or nothing guy. He's like a Chris Davis, Adam Dunn kind of guy. He'll give you that home run. He'll strike out a lot. He ain't gonna hit for average either. Even though nowadays 248 batting average is actually kind of average. I mean, kind of in the middle now. I remember 248 back in the day used to be like trash, but nowadays a 248 batting average can get you into the All-Star game now if you got pop. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how times have changed. I was watching this video earlier about, it was talking about the National League lineup All-Star back in like 2001. Everybody was hitting like over 330. It was crazy, and now it's like you barely see guys even hitting 300 nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So. But either way, Suarez is an all or nothing guy. Is a good compliment behind Kyle Riley, which we talked about this yesterday in terms of we think that we think that Suarez is going to bat behind Kyle Riley. What did you say the projected lineup for the Mariners is going to look like?
I think it'll be Crawford, Julio, Cal, Riley. And then fifth would be, I think I'd go Naylor. And then Suarez been struggling, so I'll put Suarez 6. And then it'll be, cause that's Polanco. Polanco probably 7th, and then I don't.
Oh yeah, but the point is
the last two. I forgot who I have. My bad. Nah.
Crawford.
Randy should be 5th.
Who?
Randy or Naylor should be 5th.
Okay, yeah. Naylor is definitely.
Yeah, I forgot they had Randy.
Yeah, because Naylor doesn't strike out a lot. Naylor's a contact guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to have your contact guy. You either before or after the power hitters. If the power hitters get on, you can have Naylor in, the drop in, or you can have Naylor in. I don't think Naylor's gonna be batting that early in the lineup, so I think he'll probably be batting after them. So I think 5th would probably be right.
Yeah, and then Suarez strikes out a lot, so I'll probably have him like 6.
Yeah, because that's the thing.
7.
That's the thing about all or nothing guys. They could extend the rally or they could end the rally, and you know
I feel like that's how Randy is too. Randy Rosarena.
Yep.
It's a toss up between them two on the 6th spot.
But the Mariners addressed what they needed. They needed bats. They got probably the 2 of the biggest bats. Well, they got 2 of the top bats, definitely the top 5. Because I had O'Hearn.
Bat and position. I think they needed a first base bat and a third base, and they got that.
They got both. Yep. Exactly. And they already had some decent hitters, like you said. You still got You still got Rodriguez there. You still got Rosarena there. Kyle Riley's having an MVP type season. You add Suarez. So they're loaded. There really isn't no excuse because you still got Logan Gilbert. You still got Castillo there. You got George Kirby there. Yep. So the starting pitching was good. You said they added Ferguson to the bullpen, right? So that
Killer Ferguson. Yeah.
And that was the one thing.
Lefty.
That was one thing I was saying. They need a lefty arm in there in that bullpen. The Mariners are good, and like we said earlier, this is a wide open American League. So it could be Blue Jays, it could be Mariners, it could be Astros. I mean,
they got Brash and Munoz.
It's wide open, bro. Wide open. Suarez is definitely a good bat, and Naylor is a good compliment. But like I said, a lot of people were saying that they weren't going to get both. Well, the Mariners are going for it because they got both guys, and that, you know, so that's a W for them. All right, what other trades we haven't talked about yet? We talked about what's up, Cruz? Welcome to the trade deadline special of the Double R show. We got active here.
Phillies.
We talk Phillies?
No, we haven't talked Phillies yet.
Okay, let's see. Who did they get in? What move did they make that was impactful though?
They got Joan Duran from the Twins.
They got Duran. They got
reliever. Yeah, you know they need relievers bad over there. I think they're like platooning their closing pitching over there.
Is that because of injuries, right?
Injuries and just because like they haven't been good. Because it used to be Strom, but I think he struggled this year. So they've been doing, I think who's it, Strom? Look it up real quick.
Hold up, Cruz. We in the middle of a show right now, Cruz. What's good? No. Feel free if you want to chime on these trades. Have you been paying attention?
Yeah, I've been paying attention. Yeah. You see the Mason Miller one?
Oh yeah. Well, we talked about that earlier. What's your thoughts about it?
On Mason Miller going to the Padres?
Yep. And did you see?
I think it's a great move for the Padres.
It is. It gives you a power arm in the back. Did you see what they gave up for it though?
I didn't though. What'd they give up?
They gave up.
I thought it was like 2 prospects.
Oh, it was more than that. They gave up their number 1 prospect, the number 1 overall prospect. They gave up their number 3 or number 4 active for Mason Miller. They gave up. They gave up 2 top
like
10.
3 and 8.
Jeez,
no,
that is a lot.
Wait, hold up. No, it was. They gave their number 1 prospect for a fact. I remember that.
Yeah, my bad. I think it's 1-3. I think I'm thinking of like the other deal they did.
Yeah, hold up. Let me just double check that again.
Yeah, they gave up DeVries, who's the number 1, and I said number 3 because he's the number 3 prospect in MLB.
Oh, okay.
1 in there.
Okay. Yeah. So.
What were you looking at just now? The 𝐏𝐚𝐲 Suarez trade?
Yeah, we were just kind of recapping. We didn't get a chance to talk about the Suarez trade last night. Sorry. Keep talking. I'm still looking for something. Y'all keep talking. I'm trying to find something. Mason Miller. We're talking about Mason Miller. So, what does he add to the Padres? Well, let me ask you, Cruz, since you're in here. World Series chances. You got Mason Miller. You got O'Hearn. You got Laureano. Are they World Series contenders? I already thought they was already World Series contenders anyway.
I think they were definitely World Series contenders beforehand, and I think with these trades, they've definitely came more into that conversation, and I think they're trying to go all in to win the World Series. So I think, especially with the Mason Miller trade, it shows that they definitely want to take that step to make the World Series at the least. I think that's the ceiling for them.
Now, for those who don't know, this man throws, I think he tops out at what, 102, 101? Mason Miller?
Yeah.
Now, he came back from an injury, and you know, he hasn't been quite the same as he was last year, but we know what Mason Miller can do. He's shown it.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, and it's the control too. They have him till 2029.
And
then I also read they might try to transition him to be a starter. I don't know if it's this year, but eventually.
Do you think that would be a good move?
I don't know, man.
The starter?
Yeah.
I feel like if he can show that he can consistently throw hard throughout a game, it'll be really good.
Right.
If he can just consistently keep like throwing in the zone and keep throwing fast, he'll be just fine.
Cause I remember we did that with the Angels had Troy Percival. He threw all hard, and they made him a starter. That shit was all bad.
Man, you took that back. What was that? 2008? 2000? What time frame was that?
Yeah.
That was a while ago, bro. Wow. Now you are a diehard Angels fan. This man said Troy Percival. I ain't heard that name in forever, bro.
Yeah, bro. I remember they made him a starter. I was like, hell yeah. And then it's like, I was like, hell no, get him back in, bro.
Yep. Okay, here, let's have some fun with this.
Have you seen?
Oh, go, Cruz.
Have you seen the Cedric Mullins one?
Yeah, we touched on a lot of these already. We talked about Mullins to the Mets. I like the prospects that the Orioles got back, considering he's a rental, and there's a possibility Mullins may come back to the Orioles because he was a free agent. So, but the Mets are getting good defense. They're getting a guy that can steal bases, and they're getting a guy that got a little pop. He got a little pop. He can get you 17, 18 home runs. Yeah, but they needed speed, and they needed people that can run the bases too, and they got that. And he's a Gold Glove caliber center fielder, and it's hard to find those kind of guys.
Let's look here.
Yeah, and they're saying everybody's paying up for relievers this year.
Absolutely.
Like they're trading for them. They're giving up top prospects. Like the Phillies, they got John Duran. They gave up Mick Abel. That's their number 2 prospect in their system.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and listen, you guys know, trade deadline, teams are going to get desperate. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, absolutely.
You know, because outside of this, you got to wait till their off season to make trades. So, you know,
they're in win now.
That's why I wasn't mad about the Orioles being sellers, because like this is a good time to sell.
I mean, yeah, they're under 500. They're not really expecting a lot.
Yep.
And they get young guys just.
And they had a lot of guys on expiring contracts. So I like what the Orioles did, and actually that was going to lead me to my next subject segment. But I want to talk about did we cover all the major trades though before we move on here?
Let's see.
Was there any other trades that we missed that was worth talking about? It was a lot of trades this year.
Maybe McMahon to the Yankees, but
talk about that. I'll pull them up. What was the deal?
Ryan McMahon. The Rockies traded McMahon to the Yankees for.
You said the Rockies?
Yeah, for the Yankees number 8 and 21 prospect.
Okay, hold on. Was that today?
Nah, it was like the 25th, but.
Okay, no, thank you.
You remember you asked about the Red Sox?
Yeah.
They traded for Dustin May.
I was just about to say that. Yeah,
I did see that. I did see that. How you guys like the trade?
I like it for the Red Sox.
Yeah, Red Sox, I feel like their starting rotation with 𝐏𝐚𝐲𝐩 was already, pretty decent. And then you're throwing in a dude who, can possibly do really well, but he can also do really horrible at the same time.
But he's not really having he's not having the best of year this year.
Yeah. He's not really having the best.
And the Red Sox,
I mean, he can be really good.
And the
I think they start bringing him out the pen.
You think so?
You think so?
They can.
I mean,
he's done it before. You know what I mean?
Well, who do the Red Sox have in their rotation? Because Pivetta didn't re-sign, right? So he's with the Giants. So who is in a lineup? Who's in a rotation right now?
Here, I'll look.
Sox.
We're talking about
it's Crochet, Giolito, Bueller, Bello, and Fitz. So they probably take Fitz's spot.
Yeah. Dustin May is definitely going in a rotation. But I see what you were saying about positive bullpen. I think he's definitely going in rotation though. Yeah,
because there's some teams trying to trade for him, but like for him to come out the pen, because they had like a rotation already. But like I said, it's not a bad thing having a starter that can come out of the pen too. That you don't need him.
Facts. Okay. That's a good move. I actually didn't even peep that move. Okay. I think we touched on most of the noteworthy moves here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, okay, so this is from both of you guys. We're going to talk about trade deadline winners, trade deadline losers. Give me your top 3 losers. And I mean, and when I say losers, I mean either a team that didn't make a deal that should have, or a team that made a deal and didn't get a good return back would be what I consider losers. Who would be your top 3 from each of you, I guess?
I think the Braves could have definitely done like something. But I mean,
who do you think they should have shipped off?
Personally, Marcell Ozuna, I feel like.
Yeah, I heard that name.
One of the dudes that was supposed to. I wouldn't have liked it because I'm a Braves fan, but I feel like definitely could have, just to put the Sean Murphy and Drake Baldwin into the lineup at the same time, because Drake Baldwin's been going off and Sean Murphy's just a consistent bat to have there.
Okay. Yeah, I did hear Ozuna name as a name that should have been been floating around as possible trade, because the Braves aren't going anywhere this year.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Okay, you got Bray. Okay, you got 2 more. Anybody else? As a team that either should have made a deal that didn't, or didn't make a good deal at all.
I say losers, the Angels.
Angels. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if that
because we've had like I think we have a couple guys that are on like expiring contracts.
Right.
And we didn't even trade no one.
I feel like okay, I'm glad you pointed out. I was wondering if
especially with the Mariners making moves like that and the Rangers, is like, you really think we're gonna like compete,
Right. I feel you.
And we did nothing.
You did nothing. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was just like a little leftover taste from the draft, if you were saying it because of the draft.
Nah.
Okay.
Because I look at it like this way: when Ohtani, the year before Ohtani signed with the Dodgers, we kept them to try to make the playoffs, but they said they weren't even sure if we're gonna stay with the team like for next year, if he was gonna resign with us. But to me, it's like, as a GM, like, dude, you gotta get something back for that type of talent if they're not gonna resign.
Yeah.
Especially for Ohtani, like, you could have like took someone's whole farm basically, or like top prospects. And then we basically let them go for free.
That's a fact.
Across the freeway,
Oh, I didn't see this move. Shelby Miller going to the Brewers. Shelby Miller from the Diamondbacks for Jordan Montgomery. I'm sorry, Shelby Miller and Jordan Montgomery, which we already know about the Jordan Montgomery situation about that with the Diamondbacks. But Shelby Miller was going to the Brewers, who's already top in the NL Central. Shelby Miller has a 1.98 ERA, WHIP under 1. That's a good move for a team that's already in first place. What do y'all think about that? Good bullpen guy with 10 saves on the year. What y'all think about that?
He went to the Brewers.
Yeah, Shelby Miller. I didn't see that move.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, that's a good move. Because I was getting ready to say the Brewers, but then I'm like, the Brewers. That's a good piece. I'm trying to figure out a loser on my end. I'm trying to think of a team that should have made a deal that didn't make a deal. We talked about the Yankees with McMahon, but that was a couple days ago. Do you feel like the Yankees should have did anything? Like today?
Definitely could have done some. They could have moved. I mean, they have a lot of guys. Definitely could have moved somebody. I mean, Volpe with the defense maybe could have moved, but I mean.
You said the A's are the real loser. Why you say that? The A's.
A's weren't gonna win anything, so.
There's no way the A's are losers when you just got the #1 prospect from San Diego.
I don't think they're losers.
Yeah, you get 8.
I mean, you're getting a ton of
prospects.
stuff back. Yeah, you're getting a ton of stuff back for Mason Miller.
Yeah,
And I mean, they weren't winning anything.
They weren't winning anywhere. They weren't winning with Mason Miller. Mason Miller's a closer, so he can't close if they aren't in a position to win. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah.
Boy, I wouldn't say Yankees are losers. They got Camilo Doval. What's his name?
McMahon.
Ryan McMahon. And they got like another bullpen pitcher, David Bednar.
Oh yeah, I think he was talking about that in the chat. I think Drewski was talking about that in the chat. Oh, he called them the junkies. Oh, that's what you was talking. Oh, you call the Yankees the junkies. It's hilarious. Okay. I missed the Bednar trade. Okay, from the Pirates. Okay, I'm looking right at it now. Okay, that actually is a good move though. I totally didn't even know that move. Okay. Yeah, but no, yeah, he's having a good year so far. He's having a good, and that goes right into their bullpen. That's a good move. That's a really good move by the Yankees. I like that. I didn't even know about that move. That's a good sneaky move. All right.
Shit, Dodgers didn't do shit on
the Dodgers.
Do they really need to do anything though?
Well, their bullpen has been shaky though.
Fair.
Okay.
I feel like they could definitely just win again.
Cause who's their closer? I know he's been like blowing leads, like, cause I have a homie who's a Dodger fan. And he's always like, he blew it again.
Really?
I think Yates and I think Tanner Scott.
Are
like their closer.
Are they rotating guys? Cause
I think Scott's hurt now. So
yep, he is. I literally just pulled that up. Yeah, he's injured right now. So yeah, you say they could have used some bullpen help.
Yeah.
Because when he well, I mean, he hasn't.
And they had May in the bullpen, but they just traded him.
Right. Yep. But he wasn't doing all that either.
I think they traded for like one bullpen arm, but I'm trying to see who it is.
Tanner Scott had a 4 ERA.
Oh, Brock Stewart.
Yates has a 4 ERA too.
Yeah, Tanner Scott was balling last year, but yeah, this year with the Dodgers, yeah, he's hurt. Yeah, you're right. The Dodgers could have made a move, but I think that a lot of that shit is just injury stuff. I feel like when a lot of these guys come back, I think they'll be good.
Yeah, I think Blake Snell's coming back.
The problem is, I think the direction we were trying to go here is the fact that the Padres made such a big splash today that they just got way better. To me, they got better than the Dodgers. I mean, I know you still got Ohtani, but the moves that the Padres made today is the reason why I think the Dodgers should have did something, because the Dodgers could have used a Mason Miller. If you want to talk about bullpen, they could have used a Mason Miller. If you want to talk about, and then not only did you not get him, but then you let a division rival get him, and you're gonna be dealing with him for years to come, because he's, like you said, team control. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think that's what they were saying. That the Dodgers they wanted like a good closer, but they were gonna have to give up, like everyone did the past few days. They had to give up their top prospects. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Dodgers are like, nah.
A big reason why they didn't is because everybody was like really like paying a ton to get closers, and I didn't feel like the Dodgers wanted to do that.
Yeah, probably not. All right, winners. Okay, I guess I'll start with the winners here, because I think the biggest winners have to be the Padres.
Obvious, yeah.
They got Miller, Laureano, O'Hearn. Did they get anything else? I mean, at this point, let me just double check, because I feel like they did a lot of moves. They did a lot of impactful moves. They got the Milwaukee Brewers traded Nestor Cortez and Jorge Quintanilla to the Padres. Is Nestor Cortez having a good year? Wait, hold up, really? I didn't even hear about that.
Jose Quintana?
Yeah, I totally missed that. Oh, Nestor Cortez ain't been playing this year though. Has he been injured?
Like there's a bigger winner than the Padres though.
You think so?
I feel like there's a bigger winner. Yeah, I think the Mariners, because I mean Eugenio Suarez and then Josh Naylor too, both from Arizona Diamondbacks. I mean, that's a big
yeah, because like we said, yeah,
especially since you have a dude like Cal Raleigh that's just gonna constantly he's on top of the league right now, just hitting nukes, and you have Eugenio Suarez who can also be a home run hitter, and them two as a duo is, I feel like it's gonna be really good.
I'm looking at something here. Sorry, they got rid of 𝐏𝐚𝐸𝐻 actors. That's what I was trying to say. You think so? I think Mason Miller was probably the biggest name that I didn't see getting traded. Got traded. And the Padres got him. I'm just talking about moves. I'm just talking about deadline. I'm not talking about necessarily how it complements what they already had. I'm just talking about just the moves themselves. I think the Padres win because you got the best closer.
Yeah.
You got Laureano, who can play good defense. He's hitting 290. Got 15 bombs. His OPS is over 800, 830. You got Ryan O'Hearn, a good left-handed bat. That can hit righties, can hit for average. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you took these guys away from the Dodgers, who are injury, and they could probably use a Mason Miller. And you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I was gonna put the Mariners as my number 2 winner because I mean it's hard to argue. Suarez and Naylor, you trade with the same team, and the one thing the Mariners needed was bats, and they needed a lefty reliever or 2 lefty relievers. They addressed all of that. So I think the Mariners are definitely my number sleeper team, number 3 sleeper team. And I don't think we have to consider winners all just buyers, correct? I think we can include sellers in there as well, right?
Yeah. Like who?
I feel like another winner would be the Mets, especially.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Because I mean, adding Cedric Mullins to that team is really good.
It is. You got good.
Just because I feel like the Mets have a really good team, and like you said, they needed fast dudes on the bases and just a little bit more defense.
Yeah.
I mean, Cedric Mullins does that, and he's got, like you said, a little bit more pop with that bat too.
Yep.
He'll be good. I mean,
where do you think he's gonna? Where do you think he's gonna be positioned in the lineup?
That's a hard question.
Who's that? Mullins?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mullins.
Because of that speed factor, do you think he's gonna be batting at the top of the lineup, or do you think he's gonna be batting at the bottom of the lineup?
I feel like they might put him at the top just because I feel like he's gonna be a dude who you can most likely count on to either get on base or get a hit.
Okay. I mean, because he's only batting like 220 this year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like I mean, you don't want to put a guy 229 to
It's
be
hard, you know, because like he can hit the ball, but it's like he also has his slopes where he just won't hit the ball.
Exactly. And the guy that watch, like, you're exactly right. He has his games where you like, damn, why is his average so low? And then he goes into a slump. But when he gets in the groove, he gets in the groove. And it's funny, and his trade value increased because over the series with the Blue Jays, he had 6 hits and 10 at bats.
Well, I mean, that's a good one, you know, Cedric Mullins. But you also look at and I mean, Tyler Rogers, they picked up from the Giants, and then Gregory Soto also from the Giants.
From the Orioles.
John Housley.
Or Orioles, yeah, Orioles.
Yeah.
I saw orange and said Giants.
Yeah, all good. Yeah. I think the Mets did good too. I think I can't really say from the seller's point of view winners because I feel like these are prospects. But I think the Orioles did good with the Padres trade. I think the A's, obviously you got 2 top 10 guys from Mason Miller and some other stuff. But I think, okay, so now that we know the deals now, who's coming out of the NL and who's coming out of the AL based on these moves?
The AL. I honestly think the Mariners, bro.
You think so? Wow. You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Cruz?
Damn, I think Mariners.
Okay.
I feel like we're
Yeah,
missing.
because they got
the-
like hitters 1 through 7, just like yeah.
I feel like we're
You're gonna be
missing one
scared
of
to
the
pitch.
biggest losers, though. The Twins. Have you seen the Twins and what they traded?
Yeah, they traded
Yeah.
𝐑𝐞𝐿𝐴.
They traded. Here, let me look. Yeah, I mean Carlos Correa, Johan Duran, Griffin Jacks, Willie Castro. I mean, 9 players. 26-man roster, but they kept Byron Buxton and Joe Ryan.
Well, Buxton has a no trade clause.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's funny because they're interviewing him at I think the All-Star game,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh yeah, like how you dealing with all the trade rumors?" She's like, "Bro, I got no trade clause. I'm here till like my contract ends."
Hell yeah. All right, let's take a look at some things here. This just so people can get perspective here. Okay, so the Orioles, Cedric Mullins on MLB The Show is a 78 overall. He's got I think they're not doing his fielding no justice. I think his fielding is better than a 77. I think his fielding should definitely be like high 80s.
Yeah, they did the fielding weird this year with like
Yeah.
the show cards.
Yeah. So they're not doing any justice to with Cedric Mullins. But I think so. And then so Mullins going to the Mets, and then they got his speed at a 71. I don't even think that speed is fair. I think his speed should be like 80. But whatever.
Yeah.
I think last year his speed was like 80, 85. Pretty
Yeah.
sure on his live series.
Yeah, and he didn't get that many points slower. I don't know what show was on. And then Ryan O'Hearn. Well,
I mean, if just to put this into perspective, 𝐂𝐚𝐬𝐡 had a 60 speed at the start of the year.
yeah, that's a joke. Was that because of the injury?
I don't know what it was, but I mean, he came back, and I'm pretty sure he still has 60 too. I think he still has 60.
Yeah, that's
I can
crazy.
look.
They're not doing no favors here. They got O'Hearn as a 72, and they update these ratings regularly, right? So the O'Hearn should definitely be higher than
Yeah.
72 if we're just talking about play of this year. And this is why I don't understand about this game, because they still got Rutschman at an 88. Rutschman, if we're being real, Rutschman is not an 88 as of currently this season. He should be like a 81. And I'm being nice.
Yeah.
And we're just talking about the play this year. And then who else? They got Laureano. Laureano is a 75 rating. I think that's fair. I think he's been playing a little bit better than 75. I think that's fair. So the Padres got Laureano, O'Hearn, which I think both their ratings are a little bit off. I think they both should be in the 80s. I think that's a good deal for the Padres. And then you said Charlie Morton got dealt to the Tigers, right? I mean, that was a deal.
Tigers.
We had to make that deal. I mean, it's Morton. He's 40-some years old. Andrew Kittredge to the Cubs. That's a solid bullpen guy. Dominguez, I think Dominguez rating is way low. 67 is crazy. I think Dominguez should definitely be like a 70, 76, something like that. They underrated him, because there's no way in the world that Gregory Soto is better than Dominguez. Dominguez has had a better year than Soto. I don't know what that's about. Let me see. Who else did we get rid of? We kept a lot. You know who another guy? It was Zach Eflin. I thought was gonna get traded as well, but then they put him on the injury list today, right on trade deadline. I thought Eflin was a guy that was gonna get traded, but he didn't go. I thought Zach Eflin was gonna be a guy people would want as a starter. So yeah, and then all right, so that's Orioles, and then you said with the Red Sox, we got who are the Red? Oh, they still got. Hold on, these lines aren't even accurate. They still got Devers on. Am I looking at the current lineups? What the hell's going on here? Devers been off the Red Sox. Why they still got Devers on the Red Sox? What's going on here? I was trying to use MLB The Show as a reference, but they still did the roster. Either way, who's the other team that made a big deal today? We're the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks got rid of a lot of guys. Let me take a look at the Diamondbacks here. All right, Diamondbacks. You said wait till tomorrow.
Kwan didn't get traded, right?
Who?
Stephen Kwan. I know they were saying he might.
I didn't see any news on that one. I didn't see any news at all. Naylor, 80 rating, and Suarez, 86 rating. They're both good. So you got both 80 bats going to the Mariners, which is much needed. And then Merrill Kelly got traded to the Rangers, right? So they shipped off Kelly. So that's a good thing for that Rangers bullpen. The Rangers, who does the Rangers got in their bullpen though? I mean, in a rotation, we got Evaldi, and we got
Spider.
DeGrom. Is DeGrom pitching?
DeGrom's back. Yeah, he's been back.
Yeah. Okay. So you got DeGrom, Evaldi, and you got
Spider, Corbin,
and you got
and Kumar Rocker,
and you got Merrill Kelly. That rotation is good. I don't see the Rangers. I don't see the Rangers like going to the World Series though. But I think that's a good little team.
Their like offense has been like a letdown this year.
Yeah, and they got names in that lineup.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at here. So we're adding Cedric Mullins to that line. So they had Tyrone Taylor playing, or at least on this game, they had Tyrone playing center field. Now in this game, they got Tyrone Taylor faster than Mullins, but I refuse to believe that they're saying that he has better fielding. This is what I'm saying. These ratings I can't look at these ratings right now. They're off. You telling me that Tyrone Taylor plays a better center fielder than Cedric Mullins? I don't believe that.
Nah, hell no.
I don't believe that. Padres. We were talking about Padres earlier, right? So let's take a look at the Padres. We got Larissa Rye playing first base. Tatis, Jackson Merrill, Machado. Okay. So if we're talking about first base, let's take a look here. So Laureano is gonna be probably playing platoon, and O'Hearn is probably gonna be playing first base, but Luis Arraez is also a lefty first baseman. So what do you think they're gonna do there?
He plays second too.
They got Cronenworth. So you think they're gonna move Arraez to second base for O'Hearn?
You can't take Arraez out of that lineup. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't take him on the lineup.
A batting title type player.
Yeah, you're right. This Padres lineup is gonna be really, really good. This is gonna be really, really good, man. Arraez, Tatis, Merrill, Machado, O'Hearn, bro. They're gonna be good, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the World Series. Who is their closing pitcher? They got Suarez, right? Is Suarez having a good year this year? I'm assuming he's not, right?
Closer?
Yeah, because why would you trade Mason Miller? So Suarez on this game is a star player, but I don't think he's having a star year. Either way. Okay. So yeah,
and Luis Arraez, he's batting .295, and then 417 plate appearances or at bats. He's only struck out 12 times.
That's ridiculous, bro. 12 times?
That's fucking wild,
bro. 12 times is insane, bro. That's crazy. So he's a contact guy. He put the you can't take that. We can't take that out. Not for no O'Hearn. So yeah, I can see O'Hearn playing.
I think he replaces Cronenworth, and O'Hearn goes to first.
Yeah, I think you move Arraez to second, O'Hearn to first base, and then you have Laureano.
I put and left because you got Tatis in right, and Laureano and left. They both got good arms.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Nobody running on them.
No. I've seen it this year. Laureano had a couple good throws this year. Who is playing left field for you? Is Jason Hayward still is he still playing?
Nah, you got DFA'd.
Okay, so yeah.
Damn, you got like the old one.
Yeah, but it said that the roster was updating. That's why I was so confused as to why it's showing like this. Because it says I'm not online. How am I not online though? Okay, hold up. I think MLB The Show tripping right now. I was getting ready to say these rosters are definitely updated right now. I don't think Jason Hayward still plays for the Padres no more. I'm almost sure of that. but the game was saying, I'm gonna reboot. Let me take a look at it again. So yeah, you can put put Laureano in left.
Yeah.
Retro, real quick. The game doesn't update the rosters until the next roster update.
Yeah. It's just I'm looking at roster from fucking when the game first came out. Like,
yeah, when it first came out.
I'm like, I know this ain't right, bro.
But I think it's like the show online is like showing that he's off. So it's not.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm gonna try to reboot it and see what happens here. I was just trying to give the viewer some context of like in-game ratings. Not that the in-game ratings are accurate, you know, but I knew what I was looking at wasn't right. I'm like, wait, something not right here. Let me take a look at this again. I mean, am I online now? Hopefully. No, this is still not right. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why my rosters are showing this, but so yeah, this is not even good. This is not even a good reference point as of this moment. Yeah, they still got Corbin Burns in there. Yeah, so that's not even okay. So we're not even gonna do that. But yeah, so that's it. I mean, now at this point, it's about seeing which of these moves takes the team, because obviously you make these moves because you want to win the World Series. You don't make trade. I mean, I'm talking for the buyers. You don't buy unless you're going all in for the World Series. So I think the Mariners got a good shot with an open AL. I mean, the Blue Jays are good. I don't think the Blue Jays are, to me, a scary team. I think they're a good team. I think the Mariners scare me because they got the pitching staff, and if they get home field advantage in that ballpark, that's going to be nasty with those kind of bats they got now. I think, well, Houston is just injured. I think Houston is always going to be in the mix when they get some of these guys back.
Dude, I'm still surprised they're in first. Like,
I'm surprised
in our division with how many injuries they have.
Yeah, well, that just goes to show. Well, everybody else been stinking it up. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, this was great. This is a great show.
I think the most pressured team is going to be the Padres because of how much they gave up.
Most pressure, yes, because their whole farm system is damn near all that top talent in front is gone. So if this doesn't pan out, like, you only make these moves to win a World Series. You don't make these moves to lose a World Series. You make these moves to win a World Series. And they can't do a rebuild because their farm is gone. So it's all or nothing.
Yeah, and if they lose, it's gonna be bad. Because I already seen like a lot of fans are pissed just because of DeVries is gone.
But dog, I mean, like,
but you gotta give up. Yeah, exactly. You gotta give up prospects.
You do. I mean, for a Mason Miller with a guy that you're gonna have team control, you have to give up that. I mean, like, I wish our ownership was like that. I'd rather have an ownership group that is willing to put all the chips on the table and win it all, as opposed to being conservative or have no game plan at all. I would rather a GM go after a Mason Miller, a Laureano, whatever, and try, and on top of that, the Padres have a good fan base. You know what I'm saying? They're going to support whoever's on the field. That's what they do. So, but they have to win the World Series. You can't do all this to lose in the NLCS or the World. You have to win it all. And the problem is, if the Dodgers get healthy, Phillies, you know what I'm saying, the Mets. I mean, the problem is they got a lot of issues, a lot of teams to worry about. If they was in the American League, I would definitely say the Padres are the runaway favorite in the American League. But I mean, this is gonna be tough.
And then Phillies made some moves too, so.
Hell yeah, it's all good. I'm actually getting ready to wrap this show up because it's a lot of things going on tonight. I think the Hall of Fame game is on tonight, football. I'm actually going.
I think they already started.
It was already on. Okay. I got to do a couple things. So what we're gonna do, y'all, I'm gonna get off here. Thank you, Active. First of all, I want to thank everybody. Active, thank you for helping me with this. Because honestly, if I try to do this show by myself, it's so many names to remember here. There's no way in hell I would have tried to. There's no way where I would have been able to do this show by myself. It's too many names, too many players going here and that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. So I appreciate you for getting on. And
that's my first time doing all this. So thanks for having me.
Hell yeah! Listen. I know how to look for something. I'm like, okay, he know baseball, so I need to get somebody that knows something. I know a little something, but I don't know all the players' names. There's too many players. I'm in the process of learning players, and especially when it comes to prospects. I don't know. I definitely know a lot of prospects. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I will be learning the prospects through these trades, but I don't know prospects. So definitely couldn't do this show without you. So I appreciate you. So thank you. Can we get a clap it up for Actors? Appreciate you, my guy. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you guys for being here. We're gonna go ahead and rate out I'm gonna actually get off on both platforms. So if you weren't watching on YouTube, go check out my YouTube page. There's the live. I actually didn't even put the live stream link in my YouTube. Actually, let me go do that real quick for those people that want to check out the YouTube. I forgot I put the wrong link in here. Trade Deadline. I actually get off on both platforms. So hold up. If you guys want to show love to the YouTube channel, I'll drop the link in there. Drop a like on the video, all that good stuff. Here it is right there. We're actually going to go ahead and raid out on Twitch. So Actors, thank you again, man. I'll be back on in a bit after I take care of some editing stuff here. I'll be back in a bit. So thank you guys again.
For sure, appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir. And you guys have a wonderful one, and we out of here. Peace out. Double R Show. We out. I'll be back on Twitch. I'll be back on Twitch in about I think another hour or two. We're gonna be playing some Batman, so we'll be back in a bit. Peace out, everybody. Double R Show signing out. Big shout out to all the people that made this show wonderful. We're gonna go ahead and raid out and show some love to some other people, and we'll be back on in a bit.